I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, what's good, party people? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Knicks Not Morning Drive. I'm your man, I'm your host, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good, what's good, what's good? What's good, what's good, what's good? What's good? It's good to see everybody. Today is the day. Tonight is the night. Today is the day. Tonight is the night. Man, I keep getting these stupid alerts on my screen. Y'all can't see it. But I got alerts buzzing me. Buzzing me. What's good? Y'all ready? If you weren't ready, if you were not ready, I'm sure Clint Capella has you ready now. I'm sure by now y'all heard the Clint Capella comments. And yes, they have me crusty. Right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I know the song goes, Flavor Flav is the son, Public Enemy, #1. But now, I do believe Clint Capella is fighting for the #1 spot. Y'all know how the song go. Flavor Flav is the son, Public Enemy, #1. But I do believe Clint Capella is fighting for that spot. Right? It's as if we needed something to motivate us as Knicks fans. Being down 3-1 in a playoff hole notwithstanding, how do you kick a team when they're down? All Clint Capella had to do was, all the Hawks had to do was come into the Garden, get up to like a 15, 20-point lead and see what happened. Right? If you're the Hawks franchise, you're like, hey, we're up 3-1. Let's just go up. Let's just go in the Garden and try to get up by 15 or 20 and see what happens. Maybe the wheels will fall off. Maybe they'll give in. But teams, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to call them. Whoever they are, I'm just going to start by, I'm just going to point out the Hawks. The Hawks forgot about the heart of the city. Y'all feel me? They forgot about the heart of the city, right? The Knicks have been bad for so long, and I've been saying this to everybody. That's why I really go hard on negative Knicks fans, right? I go hard on negative Knicks fans because it's one thing dealing with negative Knicks fans internally, right? They kick their own team when we're down. They nitpick in the name of, I'm just going to keep it real, Uncle Freezy. Nah, you ain't keeping it real, man. You a hater. You ain't real. You a hater. Bro, I know what haters are. Trust me. I've been alive long enough to know what. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this lighting right. Hold on. I know what a hater is. I've been around long enough to know what a hater is and when they're hating, when they're doing their thing, right? I know what a hater is, right? I know what a hater is, right? Don't be coming at me like, oh, I'm just keeping it real. You ain't keeping it real, son. You ain't keeping it real. You a hater. It's in your heart. Being a hater is in your heart. From day one. From day one. You born a hater. You don't just develop into a hater. You know what I'm saying? Haters are born, bro. Haters are born. You know what I'm saying? Like crybabies. Crybabies aren't developed. They're born. Right? Crybabies are not developed. You don't see a 79-year-old become a crybaby. They're a crybaby from day one. Right? Just like haters. They hate us from day one. And we have a bunch of them in our fan base. We got a bunch of y'all, not y'all in the chat. You know I love y'all. Right? But you have a whole bunch of haters in the fan base. They're malcontents by nature. You hear? I heard. For instance, Hoodie Kev is a hater. I love Hoodie Kev, right? But he a hater. He was like, "How come we can't have the mindset of the Miami Heat or the LA Lakers or the Boston Celtics or the Chicago Bulls or the San Antonio Spurs? They not just happy with with playoffs." And you know what else, Hoodie Kev? They have multiple championships. I went back and listened to the show. I heard that mess. I was like, oh my God, what are we talking about? Right? And I'm getting to Clint Capella, right? But my point is this. And I know all of y'all are not gonna agree, but for those of y'all that are on the fence, I want you to come around to my side and smell the air. Get into this environment of positivity, right? I want to sway some of y'all. Don't be on the fence. Don't be lukewarm, right? Right. Right. The thing is, with the thing that Clint Capella said is like the ultimate diss. I would, it almost stings as much as us missing the playoffs entirely. Clint Capella said, yes, they're going to push us around and they're going to talk stuff doing it. And there's nothing we can do about it. Right? And there's nothing we can do about it. Right? Right? There's nothing that we can do about it. Hey, GI, don't get blocked, bro. Ghetto intellect, don't get blocked. Don't get blocked. Today ain't the day. Today ain't the day, bro. Don't be co-signing Clint Capella. Don't be. hey, man. Hey, ghetto intellect. Hey, y'all know GI is my man, 50 grand. Y'all know GI, my man, 50 grand. Right? But don't be co-signing that Clint Capella. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, and this ain't directed at GI. This is just in general. A lot of us Knicks fans about it, right? Knicks fan. A lot of us about no lie. About 10% of this fan base is about it. You know what I'm saying? About 10% of this thing. About 10% of this Knicks fan base, regardless where we go, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Portland, Boston, Miami, we're going to be loud and proud. We're going to come to y'all. We're going to go to them bars in Miami, and we're going to be screaming, let's go Knicks the entire time, drinking up y'all beer. You know what I'm saying? We're drinking up y'all beer. We're going to be loud and proud, wearing our stuff. The most obnoxious. I'm not wearing, when I go to these other cities, I'm not wearing my gray shirt with the soft Knicks logo. You know what I'm saying? And the all blacked out Knicks hat where you can barely see it. No! I'm wearing my orange Knicks shirts so you can see me from a distance. Right? So you can see me from a distance. And when you walk by, I'm looking you in your pupils saying, let's go Knicks. Now what? Right? Clint Capella talking about they gonna push us around and talk that noise doing it, and ain't nothing we can do about it. You must be crazy, Clint Capella. Are you crazy, Clint Capella? You must be crazy, Clint Capella. Are you crazy, Clint Capella? Are you crazy? Yo, your point guard almost got spit on. And you gonna talk about y'all gonna push us around? Again, talk noise doing it, and ain't nothing we can do about it? Are you crazy? Are you crazy, Clint Capella? Clint, are you crazy? Got me in here raising my voice. I'm yelling at a microphone right now, Clint Capella. Are you crazy? You talking about you gonna push us around and talk that noise and we ain't gonna do nothing? Are you crazy? Clint Capella, are you crazy? You must be crazy, Clint Capella. You lucky I can't get no if I could get tickets, Clint Capella, if I could get tickets to that game, I would be the loudest Knicks fan in the building. But you know what? No, I wouldn't. Because it's about 10 or 15% of this fan base that we bout it, Clint Capella. Are you crazy? You're going to tell us, you're going to push us around, and you're going to talk that noise doing it, and ain't nothing we can do about it? Are you crazy, Clint Capella? Clint Capella, are you crazy? Are you crazy? You must be crazy. Are you crazy? That's why I be telling Knicks fans, they talk about the pessimistic Knicks fans be like, yo, we down 3-1. All we got to do is get a superstar to come here. And next year we go, down 3-1. Go get a superstar. Y'all sound just as crazy as Clint Capella. We got a game tonight, and y'all talk about hypothetical pipe dreams. And we got a game tonight. Hell wrong with y'all. Y'all must be crazy. Hey, Winston Ellis, I'm bad for losing it, bro. Hey, Winston Ellis, listen, my bad for losing it, yo. Hey, T. Williams, my bad for losing it, y'all. I'm sorry. Eli M. But this dude must be crazy, man. Adrian Marlowe, nah, I ain't gonna spit on nobody. I don't do stuff like that. I ain't spitting on nobody. The only way I'll spit on somebody is if they put me in a straight jacket and I'm trying to put my hands on somebody and I physically can't put my hands on somebody that did something to me. It didn't have to be something extreme. Some extreme. It had to be something. It had to be something extreme for me to do something like that. But Clint Capella, are you crazy? You talk about y'all gonna be physical with us. Y'all gonna push us around and talk that noise doing it, and ain't nothing we can do about it. Are you crazy? Clint Capella, listen, I know you must be from a different place, right? You don't understand Knicks culture, right? Because I know the Atlanta Hawks, and no disrespect to the ATL, it's a very fine city, right? Atlanta is a very fine city, and I ain't about to get disrespectful to Atlanta, even though it is on the tip of my tongue. Shout out to Atlanta. It's a lot of nice people there. I have a lot of family there, right? Clint Capella, are you crazy? This franchise is the franchise that fought a team during the playoffs. They like, we don't even care about winning in a playoff game, but you ain't gonna disrespect us. Clint Capella. This is the franchise that almost punched out their own coach to get to the opposing player. Clint Capella. Are you crazy? Are you mad? Have you lost it? Clint Capella said they're going to push us around and talk noise. Think about that, Chris Chang. Chris Chang, think about that. Chris Chang, think about that. Somebody going to push you around and talk noise doing it, and ain't nothing you can do about it. But you know what, though, Clint Capella? It's about 10 to 15% of us that's about it. We rowdy. Do you not watch Blorence Tears, bro? Do you not watch Blorence Tears, Clint Capella? I know there's no Hawks Morning Drive. And if there is, I apologize. I just didn't know y'all existed. But are you serious? Clint Capella, we bout it, bro. Bro, what's wrong with you? Are you crazy? Clint Capella, I got that shaky lip thing like Bruce Lee used to do in the movies now because of Clint Capella. Clint Capella turning me into Bruce Lee in here. Clint Capella, are you crazy? Have you lost it? Do you know who you dealing with? You thought the Garden created an earthquake in game 1. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen nothing. Our back is against the wall. Our back is against the wall. And you're going to come out here and say some mess like that. And I understand this is a different generation of Knicks fans. Right? See, because 20 years ago, we'd have all been camped out in front of your hotel, Clint Capella. But it's a different time, you know. Clint Capella. See, it's a different time, Clint Capella. But if you had said this 20 years ago, we'd have been outside in front of your hotel, 7,000 deep, Clint Capella. Like we used to call, you would think that's a riot. We would call that something else. Clint Capella, you talking greasy, you know what I'm saying, right now. But Clint Capella, you must be crazy. Do you know which franchise this is? We eat our own young when we don't have nothing to eat. When we don't have nobody to pick on or nobody to eat, we'll start eating our own. Because we hungry and desperate like that. And you talk about you gonna push us around, talk noise doing it, and ain't nothing we gonna do about it? Are you crazy? This is the New York Knicks franchise you talking about. This is the New York Knicks franchise you talking about. This is the biggest and most loyal market in the NBA. This franchise is the most valuable franchise in the NBA and 5th in sports, period. And we don't even win. We don't even have championships to speak for in a lot of these people's lifetime. We don't even have a championship to speak for during Chris Chang's lifetime. And we the 5th most valuable franchise in sports, period. Are you serious? You know why that is, Clint Capella? Because I asked you if you were crazy, because I know for a fact that we are crazy, Clint Capella. We are crazy. We know we're crazy. Crazy, recognize crazy. I don't think you're crazy, Clint Capella. I think you're sane. I think you let the moment get too big for you and you said some things that you'll probably regret. You may be regretting them right now. Because a random dude named Uncle Freezy in his spot is saying your name. Is that what you wanted, Clint Capella? Well, good, because that is what you got. You got me going off on a tangent. Other Knicks shows, and listen, other Knicks contributors are going to be classy. Other Knicks people in the Knicks universe are going to be classy because they're not in the 10%. They're not in that 10 to 15%. They value subscribers and maybe the money that they make on YouTube. See, I don't make no money. I'm not big enough. I don't make no money, Clint Capella. So I'm going to say what I want to say. And you must be crazy. Or think that you are. Fake tough guy. Hold on, let me. Clint Capella got me bugging. Clint Capella Got me on the edge. Let me do my Knicks morning drive, morning roll call. Knicks morning drive, morning roll call. What's good? If you ready for the Knicks morning drive, morning roll call, put some fire in the chat. If you see a like button, beat it up. Subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bells on so you can hear some random Knicks guy like myself go crazy on a topic. What's good? Throw some fire in the chat. I want to see some love. I want to feel the love from the chat. I want to see some fire in the chat, some thumbs up. If you see a like button, you beat it up. Beat up these like buttons. Subscribe to the channel. What's good? What's good?
My brother.
What's good, Cornerstone Cav?
Hey, what did my man George Clinton say in House Party? You can cry 2 tears in a bucket. Let's take it to the stage. Let's take it to the stage.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Let's take it to the stage.
Yeah,
That's
man.
all it is. That's all it is, man. That's all it is, man. Here's my question to you, Mr. Freeze. When did Clint Capella become Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Roy Hibbert, and David West?
Hey, man. this fake. Yo, the one thing I can't stand in life, bro. There's a lot of things I have a patience with, right?
Yeah.
I have patience with a lot of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But the one thing I can't stand is the fake tough guy.
Yeah.
Don't be the fake tough guy.
I'm telling you right now.
Guys out here.
Yo, I'm telling you right now.
Tough guys out here.
Hey, Freeze. I'm gonna have a problem if our boys don't retaliate against this dude, man. I'm gonna have a problem. I'm like, right now, I'm gonna have a problem if Nolans, if Randall, if Taj, if these dudes don't go up against him, I'm gonna have a problem. What's up, GI? How you feeling, man?
Good morning, fellas. Hey. Freezy, nobody could put Clint Capella in his place the way you could. I appreciate that this morning. So you did your thing. I just wanted to sit back. I was actually using some young boy derogatory terms in the. I was getting my Ebonics on. And it went over your head. I appreciate that because I ain't want you. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
Yo, let me do this roll call real quick. I'm gonna do the roll call real quick. I'm gonna shout out everybody out, and then we're gonna get right to it, right? All right. T. Williams, what's good? Adrian Marlowe, what's good? Nickel for Life, Chuck Allen, what's good? Rick V is in the building. Anthony 212, what's good? Chris J, my brother from another mother, what's good? T. Williams, Eli M, Sin Miz, what's good? Sin Miz, what's good? Sin Miz, yo, I can't do chop it up because it conflict with the Knicks game time. Wednesdays at 7. You know what I'm be doing Wednesday at 7. You already know. I hope people understand that. Kayente Kid, what's good? Winston Ellis, what's good? Anthony Garcia, Black Rain is in the building. Andy Garcia, Black Rain is in the building. What's good? What's good? Hey, Top Notch T, Staffordon! Staffordon, where was you at last weekend? Staffordon, where was you at last weekend, bro? What's goody? Wayne Peterson, Winston Ellis, I see you. Where's it? Primo, what's good? Cuts, Kicks, and Knicks, what's good? The Ghetto Intellect was in the chat, burning it up. Kaiser Sauce, the usual suspect, is in the build. Hey, Let me clarify. I'm a pause the KMD roll call. So if your name looks like a movie reference, I'm just gonna name a movie. And that's the reason why when I saw Andy Garcia, I said Black Rain is in the building.
Black Rain.
For those that know Andy Garcia movies, what's good?
He got beheaded, man. Choose another movie, man.
I know it.
Choose The Godfather 3 or freaking Eternal Affairs.
Eternal Affairs was good.
Yeah.
All right. Internal Affairs.
Yeah.
Ronald Miller's in the building. Ronald Miller be checking on me like a bro supposed to. Ronald Miller was good. Felipe 210 is in the building. Felipe 210, you gotta call me, bro. I'm a DM you later. You gotta call me. All right. Eli M was good. Yo, Chris Chains. It must be about 15 Chris Chains. What's good? What is good? L. Jordan is in the building. What's good? Kenny, Yankees, Knicks, Giants. What's good? We see you. Hey, Andy Garcia said, I think we win today. Put this down. Send me. Look at all the love from the people in the chat. Jeremy Nussbaum. What's good? Stafford Don, you got to start getting up with us, bro. You got to start getting up with us. Michael Hansen, what's good? I see y'all. Hey, man, I ain't mean to cut y'all off, but the Knicks morning roll call is very important to me. I got to shout my people out.
We ain't nowhere near important in the roll call. Without the roll call, there's no free Keith. There's no ghetto intellect. There's no cornerstone.
Hey, yo, I caught the I gotta call my G-Man, but I caught your poll that you did, man. That was fly. You can't accept it. I got more percentage points than Mr. Sergeant G-Man for light. I hope he's up.
Yeah. Jack D was good. Keyshawn was good. Wayne Peterson. Let's go Knicks.
So GI, I gotta impose a question to you that I posed to Mr. Freeze. When did Clint Capella become Dale Davis, Antonio Davis, Roy Hibbert, and David West?
But in fairness to him, he's probably looking up and down his roster, and he's been on some other teams with some tough dudes, and he realized somebody's got to step up, right? So I respect that about him. The problem is Atlanta is a soft team, and even if they get past us, you're going to see that next round. They're talented. I'm not taking away their talent, but they're soft, and that's why he's saying we're just trying to out-tough them. We just don't have enough skill sets. So they have better skill sets. But if we had a few more players, man, we'd be bouncing them around this court. We really would. It wouldn't even be close. I actually thought they were going to put up a better fight. I thought they would put up a better fight next round. But now I'm starting to doubt that. I'm starting to doubt it. But you know what? It is what it is. He want to play this fake tough guy role and think it's going to motivate his team. You know, this is Atlanta's team. They're not getting much better than this, Freezy. They spent a bunch of money, a bunch of assets. They got none of them 3 more first-round picks in the top 10. You know what I mean? It's over. This is their roster. So let's hope it is what it is then.
Right. Hey. So the fake tough guy thing with Clint Capella is this. It clearly is him trying to take to me, in my opinion, it's him trying to take the heat off Trae Young. You can see it from a mile away, right? Like, Lord have mercy. Let them boo me. Don't let them boo Trae Young. Trae Young is so soft and sensitive with his light-skinned self and good hair. his well-manicured nails.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, good hair. Yeah, and I ain't knocking nobody's heritage, and that ain't what I'm doing.
No.
I'm just going straight off of Trae looking like a Christopher Williams knockoff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Trae Young, listen, I know your man's is trying to look out for you, right? But, bro, you got to watch the fights that you pick, right? Some fights is not worth it. Like, y'all are up 3-1, right? You got 3 chances to move on to the next round. right? And y'all a good team. How about take advantage of one of those 3 chances and move on? But to pick a fight, to try to start a rivalry with a team that had been dormant forever, that's a stupid fight to pick. Right? It's like a young heavyweight right now trying to pick a fight with Mike Tyson.
Yep.
Right? You're a young, spry heavyweight right now, and you trying to pick a fight with Mike Tyson because you feel like he might be washed.
Come on.
Right? You got to watch the fights that you pick. We're not the one.
We ain't the one. We ain't about that.
Do you know how famous Mike Tyson is? You know what I'm saying? And man, listen. I'm here to tell you that if I'm the Hawks, I talk to Clint Capella. The first thing I say is shut up. You don't be picking no fights are you serious? All you had to do was win one of the next 3 games, and y'all achieve your goal. Moving on, right? But instead, you're gonna try to pick a fight. The Garden, listen. Before Game 1, there was 7,000 people waiting outside the Garden to get in like 3 hours early. What are you talking about, Clint Capella? Do you know it? I was at State Farm Arena. It took till 3. The first quarter was almost over before everybody got in there and seated. Are you serious? And most of them was Knicks fans. The Hawks fans showed up late. Clint Capella? Are you serious? State Farm Arena shouted out Lawrence Tears on the Jumbotron. Clint Capella. State Farm Arena said, special shout out to Lawrence Tears on a Jumbotron, Clint Capella. Y'all that thirsty for attention. Little teeny tiny YouTube channel getting shouted out in State Farm Arena. I bet you they didn't even know we was Knicks fans. Come on, Clint Capella. That's what you mad about? You in the wrong city? Fake tough guy. Going to bat for Trae Young. Tell Trae Young to shut up. Then you won't go out there and worry about getting your butt beat, Clint Capella. Because tonight is the night. Tonight is the night.
Yo, you in your bag right now, yo.
Well, he has every what's the word for it?
Well, no, if Trae Young can go out there and hold on. Don't forget Trae Young's father, too. You know, Trae Young's father came through you might not know, Freezy. He came through the New York media and did a bunch of interviews on the local station.
Don't get us started. Don't get us started, bro. Because if I research this and he talking greasy. So for those of us, some people remember being a little kid on the street and hearing a car go by and a song saying, Flavor Flav is the son, Public Enemy, number one. Right? Clint Capella is trying to be Public Enemy number one. Clint Capella, you don't want to be.
You don't want that smoke.
You don't want
that smoke. You don't want that smoke.
Hey, so let me shout out Knicks man. Knicks man, what's good? Julian Tran, what's good? What's good? Gino 150 proof, what's good? Chop Low, what's good? Chop Low is in the building. What's good? Anthony 212, what's good?
Chop Low, long time. Shout out to the chat,
man.
Shout out to all of everybody down there, man. Long time to all the people, man. It's been a long season. We got through it together by the grace of Uncle Freezy offering us this platform. Shout out to the Blonde Tears Network. Uncle Freezy, I haven't bought nothing Blonde Tears. I haven't made a donation since like the second week. Time for me to get right. I wanted to donate to the Freezy Awards. I still had $100 for the Freezy Awards, so I know at some point
the Freezy Awards are gonna be so epic, bro. Bro, did I show you what the statuettes? Did I show you the statuettes?
No.
I gotta show you the statuettes, bro. Hold on, let me find it.
Will you be breaking the surprise? Because remember, you said when you mailed them out, you wanted them to open them and be surprised. So I didn't know if you wanted to ruin the surprise. And I know how excited you get, like like a kid with a new toy. I know how you get.
Yeah, I'm talking about to the winner. I want the winners to be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the fact
Yeah.
that they won. Okay.
No, and to see what these things look like. Oh my goodness. Let me show you. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna have to capture this image. I'm gonna capture this image, right? And then let me see where it is. I'm gonna capture this image and put it here for everybody to see. All right, let me do this thing for y'all because the thing is with the Freezies is this thing is gonna be so special, y'all. All right.
Oh wow!
Can y'all see
Oh,
that?
that's hype. Yeah, I can see myself holding that.
What?
Y'all see that?
Yo, that is dope.
That's nice.
So I don't like the base. Y'all see that cheap wood base? So I'm gonna change that base into something else. I would like for this to be standalone, like just the bottom, just be the bottom. But if I do that, then I'll have to etch the category on the glass. And I don't want to do that. So that's where I'm stuck at. Either get another base or etch it on the glass. And I don't want to etch it on the glass because it takes away from the beauty of the statuette itself. Yeah, you feel me, G? I see what I'm talking about. See my dilemma? Yeah. You know what I mean? And these are big too. I think they're 11 inches tall. Right? And see how it's got the blue and orange swirled together on the inside, representing blue orange. You know what I'm saying? It's got the Knicks colors on the inside swirled together. And so I'm working on that, man. So it's a bunch of stuff, man, that we're working on.
It's tight. It's tight.
And so we working on categories. And so I have similar projects running parallel. So I'm working on the Lawrence Tears Debate League. I'm working on getting the championship belt for it right now. And so I want the Lawrence Tears Debate League championship belt to be WWE style and not just a cheap fantasy football belt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be that. I want it to be WWE style where all the gold plates are like this big on it. So when you put it around your waist, like when G.I. take it to the golf course, people will think he the IBF super middleweight champ of the world. You know what I'm saying? When Cornerstone Kev put it in his office, people will say, well, Cornerstone Kev is the WBA middleweight champ of the world. Oh, look at that. That's nice. That's nice right there, bro. That's beautiful. That's beautiful right there, bro. So we got a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff, man, going together. So anyway, back to this. Hold on, let me do something real quick. G.I., I'm gonna need for you to get in your bag right quick, right? About this thing, about a certain thing. Right. And here's the thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Hey man, where are we as a franchise, bro? Where are we? Because the reason why I ask this question is some people are like, Uncle Freezy, you should be lucky that we here. Whatever result is better than us being in the lottery. And then some people are like, yo, you can't go if you got to go all in. It's championship or bust. And then you have some that are like, hey man, we made the playoffs. This is the first step of the process. All we need is a superstar to come here and save us. Where are you on that?
You couldn't have asked a more provocative question, because I don't remember a time when the Knicks had a successful season from our expectation. And then we headed into the offseason and we had more assets than anywhere. New York is buzzing again. The media jumped on the bandwagon hard. And, you know, we're in a great place. A place that we've probably never been before. But
right.
To whom much is given, much is required. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. This is the toughest job that Rose has had his entire life. And I hope he executes through the next 2 months. That's where we are. The next 2 months will dictate our franchise for the next 5 years.
Right. I'm in a weird spot, bro. I'm in a weird spot. So my thing is, hey, Morocco Joe, what's good? What's good? I'm in a weird spot. So I understand that the team is rebuilding in a sense, like putting forth a foundation that they'll be comfortable with going to battle with in the future. But I'm also double parked, right? I'm not 27 years old. I'm not 37 years old, right? I'm thirsty for my own NBA championship, right? Because when the Knicks were winning championships, I was not a toddler, but I was too young to really appreciate what it was. Like the first time we won a championship, I didn't even know what a championship was. The second time they won a championship, I understood a championship meant something great, but it wasn't mine. It was my uncles and them. My uncles and them was in their 20s, right? They was in their 20s, right? So, but me, as far as me, I didn't understand when they were talking about Clyde Frazier, Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, Windmill Phil Bradley, Dick Barnett. You know what I'm saying? All these guys, Maurice Lucas, all these guys. I had no idea. They was just names to me. It was alphabet soup, right? To me. But when I got old enough to root, my first favorite player was Clyde Frazier. Right. And so my mom would buy me a pack of Fruit of the Loom t-shirts to wear to school. Back when the Fruit of the Loom commercial was them dudes dressed up as fruit. You remember that? You remember that Cornerstone Cab?
Absolutely.
When dudes the
brother was dressed up as grapes.
As grapes. Yeah, you remember that? You remember that? Yeah. And so I used to get my pack of t-shirts, and the first thing I would do is lay it out flat, and on the front of it, I would write Knicks in big bold letters. And on the back, I would draw the number 10 on the back and write Frazier on it. Because we used too poor, no lie, we used too poor to afford jerseys back then. So I made my own. You know what I'm saying? And so over the years, we got further and further away from being championship contenders until the 90s when we got so close, but was yet so far. Right? Right? And so now the 90s, bro. That 90s team that competed for a championship.
Yeah.
That's almost 30 years ago.
30 years ago, man. 30 years ago.
Right. That was almost 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Who would have thought back 30 years ago that we would be at this position? Because I appreciate that 90s team that played Houston up until Game 7. I appreciate that team. And what makes me upset when you talk about these Knicks fans that are always bashing them and everything is that Knicks team put it all on the line. And if you don't appreciate what that was back then I'm sorry, you're not a Knicks fan. And I'll say that to Hoodie Kev all day, all night, because that's the one that was saying that we still lost. Yeah, we still lost, but you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be in it to win it, y'all.
Got to be in it to win it. And I even go back to Game 6. We were a basket away from winning that whole thing, man. If Elijah Wan didn't use his 3 fingers to block Starks' shot, you remember that
shot was going in.
You remember
that shot was going in. That's how it was going in. And you know what? And the thing about it is the reason people are probably wondering, like, what does it have to do with today? Well, it has everything. It has everything to do with today.
Yes.
Like the reason why I feel like I'm double parked in my Knicks fandom is because no franchise in basketball usually goes this long without having a championship. Right? The Knicks were created in 1946, right?
Mm-hmm.
1946. And since then,
Evergreen.
multiple teams have won multiple championships. What about us? Yeah, what about us?
Exactly.
You know, how it's unfair to us that we don't have, like for instance, the Celtics won championships in the 60s, 80s, 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers won championships in the 60s, 70s, and definitely in the 80s, definitely in the 2000s.
2000s, yeah.
Right? The Chicago Bulls, who was legit the worst franchise in NBA history until they drafted Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
They draft Michael Jordan and
they owned the 90s. They owned the 90s. They owned the
90s. Right. The Houston Rockets won multiple championships. The Golden State Warriors.
Well, they only won two. They only won two.
Right. But they're not as old as us, though. I think they were created in 1969.
No, but they're they're in the same type of category as we are. Like we only won two in 70, 72. They only won in 94 and 90 and 95. After that was it.
Right.
Yeah, bro. You can't count them, bro. We're one of the original franchises, bro. We're one of the original franchises. You can't look at what Houston got going on, and just because they got two, like based off of ration and proportion alone, like the Houston Rockets, you know, technically based off of those two championships, you would say they're a more successful franchise than we are. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frustrated, bro. That's the reason why I asked Gianna a question.
And here's the other thing. So, if you want to be technical, Evergreen, San Antonio had more success than Houston did because they owned the 2000s.
Yeah. You could throw San Antonio in there too.
Yeah, I know like that. So
so my frustration is these teams win championships, right? So G Money, what's good? So
hey, what's up, G Money?
These teams win championships, man, and they do it in a way that gives you the impression that dynasty building is easy. And so people point to the Knicks and are like, how come you can't do it? That's the reason why I asked G.I. G.I., how come the Knicks can't do it, bro?
Well, it was bad management.
Froze. Good morning.
Management,
good morning,
players.
It was bad. It was bad management. Bad management.
It's hard to build.
Really didn't have any. Yeah, and we haven't had any luck.
It's hard to build a dynasty. It's hard.
It's not that hard. Sorry, it's not that hard.
AD, then you and I are going to be disagreeing all day because it is.
Great games last night. Yo, great games last night. The Suns swallowed the Lakers.
It's bad.
The Nuggets win a thriller, and the Nets advance to play the Bucks. Sorry, guys.
We had bad management and we had no luck. Bad management all together.
You're right. You do have bad management is the total key of building a successful building a championship and then a successful dynasty. But it's not that hard to get good management. The Knicks have had good basketball people in place over the years. Now, this is not a day for me to blame this one or that one at this time, but they've had good guys that has been, successful. Going back to Dave Checketts, even though I call him Geriatric Walsh, Donnie Walsh at some point in time was a good a good general manager. You know, Grunwald knew some stuff about managing. I'm not, and I'm just naming a couple of regimes. I'm not saying all of them were good. I'm just naming a couple of regimes. It's not that difficult once you leave a management in place, okay, and you believe that they have the foresight, and you let it go in place for some time, you can build a championship team.
I mean, the thing is, you ain't wrong there. You ain't wrong there, my man. By the way, what's good, Knicks fam? It's been a while. What's up, Uncle Freezy?
Hey, what's good, bro?
What's up,
What's
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing great. What's good, my man? Cornerstone Camp. Haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, how you doing?
What's going on, man? Hey, Embiid may not play tonight. You might get a break tonight.
Embiid does not play tonight?
He may not play. So Washington may get a break tonight.
Oh, okay. So this may give us a slight advantage to force a game 6 tonight if we can get the dub over the Sixers tonight.
True. Yeah. And I want to ask you guys, if the Wizards win tonight, do you think they'll come back from 3-0 if the Wizards win tonight?
Oh, heck no.
I'm not counting anybody out.
I am. You're asking a team to beat Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons.
Joel Embiid is hurt.
Doc Rivers' team.
Doc
hurt, but I think
but you're saying 4 straight. You got to beat 4 straight.
I got Philly winning one more game.
Hey, but
I know what you're about to say.
But Doc Rivers lost a series last year when they were up 3-1.
Yep.
They're up 3-1 right now. Yep.
You've done it twice.
Newsflash.
So it can't be done.
3-1.
They can, but Washington's not going to come back. They could come back, but they won't.
They don't. I don't know if they have the horses. But Joel Embiid is hurt.
So you're saying that the Wizards will come back from 3-0. That's what you're telling me, Freezy?
No. What I'm saying is I'm not confident that they will. But what I'm saying is there is a path if the Wizards are able to take advantage of it. I'm not saying that the Wizards have the talent to knock off the Sixers at all, even without Joel Embiid. But Joel Embiid being out and Doc Rivers not being able to close out series here lately leaves the door open for a team.
And don't forget, Bertans is out the rest of the playoffs. He's the best shooter. He's out the rest of the playoffs, Bertans. Because he has a string calf.
And how much is he making?
Oh, probably
18 plus. 18 plus.
Around there.
Wow.
Yeah. He was making the same money as Julius Randle. That's the reason why. That's the reason why I get on Knicks fans. Their another team, 6-man, is making the same amount of money as the star of our team.
Right. But man, that Blazers, the Suns clobbered the Lakers last night. It was a sunrise. I can see.
That's a good
I'm gonna tell you right now. The Lakers gonna lose.
In how many games? 6 or 7?
I think
6.
I don't think they go out like that. I think they win game 6. Because do I trust the Suns elimination game on the road? I don't know. I say if they're gonna, to me, Phoenix has to close this thing out in game 6 though. Because in game 7, there is a shot AD could come back. And if you're the Suns, you are inexperienced other than Chris Paul. So you don't want a game 7 be Phoenix.
I mean the thing is, I got the Lakers winning in 7 games.
It can still very well happen though. It can still happen.
You ain't wrong there, G-Money. You ain't wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
And that Blazers Nuggets game, even though Dame had a great game, it didn't really matter because they ended up losing the game anyway. And CJ was terrible last night. Melo was terrible last night. Wow, man. And Denver without Murray, without Dozier, without Barton, are up 3-2. On a Portland team that people overhype. This is the reason why I called the Blazers the failed Blazers. This is the reason. This is the reason why I call these guys the trail blunders. They're on the verge of losing to a Nuggets team that really has no business beating them. I don't care what people say. No Murray, no Dozier, no.
But that's not true. That's not true. They have probably this year the best player in the game this year.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean anything because it doesn't matter because Denver, let's look at their roster. They're a good team, don't get me wrong, but Austin Rivers is inconsistent. Aaron Gordon's good, but not super duper. Michael Porter's a good player, but you don't know what you get from him sometimes. And Paul Millsap is older. Dame has help. C.J. McCollum, Carmelo Anthony, Hall of Famer. Enes Kanter, double-double machine. Nurkic, double-double machine. Robert Covington, he can hit 3 and defend.
Yeah, but you're looking
Norman
at
Powell can give you 20 and defend. He has help.
You're looking at their pieces. You're looking at their pieces in individual form, and then you're trying to say, well, because these individual pieces and what they've done already means that they should be better than a team that has a player that is.
But that's one guy.
Yeah, but he's so unselfish and knows how to play and knows how to hit guys in certain areas. It matters.
But here's what I'm saying. That's why I say Jokic is better than Dame, in my opinion.
AD, who you talking about? AD, who you talking about?
The Blazers Nuggets series.
Okay.
That's why if I had to choose a player, I would choose the Joker because he knows how to make his team is better. I haven't seen Dame do that. The Joker knows how to make his team is better.
Can I chime in here?
Go ahead, man.
Salute all y'all, by the way. What's up, Lawrence Hills fam?
Give me a cigarette.
No, I just wanted to chime in just about this Jokic versus Dame talk. But I think that the Trailblazers might blow stuff up after the season.
They got you.
I've been saying that.
They got
I feel like
you.
Dame is going to come to New York. I mean, yeah, Dame is going to New York, I feel like.
Personally, for me, I want a two-way player. Personally, for me, I want a two-way player.
I think either Dame or CJ is going to be gone, man. I don't know. I don't really want that to happen because I think that they could.
They got to break up that team. That team chokes every year in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, but you know what? Hey, real quick, Jay Boogie brought out a great point here. He said, "How about trying to figure out how we're going to come back from 3-1?"
That's a fact.
Defend.
G Money, talk to me, man.
Watch out for the 3-point shooters. If we're gonna have any shot to at least get this to a game 6, watch out for the 3-point shooters. Swarm the paint, swarm the perimeter, clog the paint, rebound the ball. Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, play like yourselves. Be calm down. Let the game come to you.
20-foot fadeaways.
Exactly.
Bent down from the 3-point line.
Exactly.
One thing I want
And
to say.
Steve has to make adjustments.
Julius has to get in the paint. He has to get in the paint, back these dudes down, and punish them. He's not doing that.
Y'all watched every single
away,
game. Y'all watched every game just like I did, right? What I'm missing in the playoffs, Julius Randle taking a fadeaway from the middle of the post. Where is that at? He ain't done that at all this season.
I haven't seen him do that spin move.
There he is. There's that man. There's that man.
Listen, I don't know if it was you that said it, Uncle Freezy. Somebody's YouTube is playing in the back. I could hear myself.
Yeah, somebody.
It's not me. How much I know? It's not me. What's up, Ron?
What's going on?
Yeah, somebody's in the background. I don't know whose it is. I know it's not mine.
I'm on mute and see if it's me.
Yeah, I'm on mute too.
Military Ron, what's good, baby? Looking like you trying to re-enlist. What's going on?
Not me.
Hey, Butch, let me check out something, make sure I'm straight.
No, it's not you.
You disappeared, Ron. It's an echo.
Andy, what's good?
What up, Freezy? What up, fam?
What's going on, man?
Thanks for the message, Freezy.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Freezy just tried to, to get in and to raise the audience because Kevin's, inside and people are dropping out. So.
He's from a far distance. That's why I couldn't recognize who that was, man. Ninja Andy. You chump. How you doing, Andy?
Just driving back home. So, your morning drive is my afternoon drive.
That's right. That's right.
But what I was trying to say is, I don't know if it was you that said it, Uncle Freezy, but I think we should play Trae Young one-on-one instead of doubling him, because every time we bring the help over, even if it's just to kind of shade or to just fake the help, he always finds that open man and hits a three, and I don't think it's worth it. I think I'd rather live with him going to the lane and keep going to the lane and icing out everybody else than getting that help and then dishing it out to a 3-point shot. Because they were shooting 60% from 3 last game, and that's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mr. Freeze, why do you have an Atlanta Hawk on our chat?
Hey, man, they love the channel. NBA teams, fans of other NBA teams love the Lawrence Shields.
Not today. Not
today. They
today.
have. Hey, hold on, man. I got to do something.
And another fun fact, I want to throw this out there. Reggie Miller and Mark Brown.
And Freezy, I think I know what it is. Because it will happen on my show. You know what it is? Is when you got so many people on and people don't have on headphones.
Yeah.
I saw that, like they were saying, if you don't have on headphones and you get so many people, all the feedback will start happening.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna chime out. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to talk about that Joker and Dame Lillard situation. I don't think Joker got a shot of being moved, but Dame Lillard might get moved.
In my opinion, Portland has to break that team up, man. In my personal opinion, Portland should not be losing.
Hey, FedEx me a cigarette.
I definitely think they're gonna blow that team up.
In my personal opinion, this is what I believe, and I don't care what people say. Portland should be winning this series. I don't care what people say. Without Murray, without Barton, without Dozier, Jokic, you can argue is less help than Dame right now. It's up 3-2. Because if you take Joker away from the Nuggets, they'll probably lose the series in 5 games. I'm sorry, Dame has help.
The problem with Portland, but shout out to everybody before I go, because I gotta wash my hand before I come to the table and eat. What's going on with your partner, Freezy? What's going on?
Hey, what's going on,
Ron? I see you back there, Cornerstone Kev, or should I say Cornerstone Kev, State Farm Kev. What's going on? What's going on with your G Money? I see your partner.
What's going on?
Shine looking like a little high school kid. What's going on with you? My man, Andy. That's Andy.
Yeah, that's Andy. That's Black Andy.
Man, what's going on, Andy Cully? And my man with the gold watch. You know what I mean? Like,
what up, brother?
What's going on with you, man? Hey,
what's going on?
I heard you earlier. I ain't trying to get back in the military, man. I leave that for them youngins.
Hey, Ron. And what I was gonna say about that is why get back in when they still paying me? They paying me and I'm at home.
You're right.
hey, thank you, Uncle Sam.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
But I tell you this, G Money. You know what the problem with Portland comes down to one thing:
execution.
COACH.
Bad and low IQ players.
Coach is the coach, man.
And the low IQ players.
I guarantee you give Tom Thibodeau that roster. You give Tom Thibodeau that roster and watch what happens.
I look at both sides. You have a good point, but it's also the players. You cannot blame Terry Stotts for everything. All right, is it Terry Stotts' fault that Melo went 3 of 11? Is it Terry Stotts' fault that CJ went 7 for 22 and had a turnover? Is it Terry Stotts' fault that
how many of those
if your guy is really going to be cold like that, you need to take him out. So I can see a little bit of what Ron is saying. You know,
I'm gonna see if I can do.
Don't get me wrong; he's a bad coach. It's also the players a little bit.
It's the offensive philosophy they run. It's too dependent on those shooters on the outside. That's the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too dependent on that.
And in my opinion, they should be winning this series. I know the Joker is great, but Jokic is not the only reason why they should be up 3-2 right now. Remember, no Will Barton, no PJ Dozier, no Jamal Murray. Michael Porter's up and down sometimes. I mean, Aaron Gordon's good, but he's not super duper. Austin Rivers is up and down, and he's still up 3-2 in this series. I'm sorry.
But I tell you this now, don't sleep on Denver. Because you saw Denver been busting people all season long. So don't sleep on Denver. Any other team other than Denver? I think it's about where the cards fell for Portland. They got the wrong team to start off the first round. Period.
Hey, Andy, I think the feedback is coming from your way. So I'm
Freeze, I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna just listen to.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
that's
you talk about
why
Freezy, about the Blazers guys, and what we got to remember that these guys are cap strapped. They're not able to add any, one extra player, whatever. They're strapped like hell, so they either need to change the coach
they
and the
gotta
whole
blow the team up.
philosophy,
Period.
or just make some trades because they won't be able to get anyone else in, just rookies. So,
Andy, is it possible that when you talk about blowing them up, would that include Dame Lillard?
Probably yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes. If I
He's
was
a
Portland,
bigger
I'll get
asset.
Ben Simmons.
Hey,
He's
If I
a
was
bigger
Portland, I'll
asset.
get Ben Simmons.
hey, hold on, everybody. I got the feedback coming from Andy. So I'm gonna pause. Not pause, but mute Andy just real quick. And, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Andy, listen, man. We gotta talk, man. You gotta come on and join more because we value. I want to talk to you about Luka.
good. Freaky, let me throw a topic, at you guys, because in Europe there's a report that Danny Ainge might be looking to step down as a Celtics GM.
Saw that.
So, yeah, so that's an interesting thing because they also got to make moves in that franchise. So yeah, Freezy, I'm gonna try to hop in more often.
You don't have to, Andy. You don't have
Boston
to.
on
Andy, you don't
Boston
have
under
to.
issues, man.
Yeah,
You don't
Kev,
have to.
I wouldn't be on. Just Freezy, type me, just come in because people dropping out because Kev is in the show. So trying to make the have fun, guys. Gonna be watching you.
I love you, Andy. Love you, Andy.
Andy, stay safe, man. Boston under issues.
So just to adjust a couple things real quick. I'm gonna just say this, and I know it's gonna make Knicks fans mad, but so what? So first of all, the way we treating Julius Randle right now on social media,
Don't tell me they're doing it.
The way they treating Julius Randle right now on social media is a shame, right?
It's a shame. Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. We did it to Melo his last few years.
Yep.
We did it to Patrick Ewing in the middle of his career. We did it to Allen Houston when Allen Houston was hurt, laying it on the line for us. People, we were like, we were so mad at Allen Houston for signing that big contract and getting hurt that he could not even go anywhere in the city, right? And now Julius Randle had one bad playoff series, and people are like, "Oh, he don't deserve the max. We should trade him while his value was high."
Knicks fans are crazy sometimes.
And then
Randle.
And then at the same time, the same person, the same fans are going to be like, "Well, all we got to do is trade for Damian Lillard." Are you crazy? What star is going to watch you eat your own star and then leave their comfortable position when they are on another team to come here to get the same treatment that you gave Randall, Allen Houston, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, for God's sake?
You know what it's called, man?
Carmelo Anthony. And so here's the thing, Ron. I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead. I'm gonna go after you. Go ahead.
We like, Randall's a bum and all this stuff. They basically ran off Carmelo, right? And then think that Carmelo Anthony and Damian Lillard don't talk to each other. They play for the same team, bro. How in the world are you gonna want Dame Lillard to come here when Carmelo Anthony is like, "Yo, when I was there, this is what they did to me." You can go there if you want to, but this is how they did.
Dame is not solving our issues. I'm sorry,
but
Dame is not solving our issues.
But my point is, no matter, man, Jesus H. Christ can come here, and if we lose in the second round, they're gonna be trying to crucify him too, right? It don't matter what star it is, bro, because we eat our young, right? Nobody's gonna want to come here. Julius Randle basically put this team on his back and lurched them out of the lottery. Not only were we a lottery team, we were a deep lottery team. We were a top 5 worst team in the league.
Landfill status.
Yeah,
right.
Real quick. Brad Stevens is moving into the front office for a full-time role with the Celtics and is expected to start a search for a new head coach. So he's moving into the front office.
Wow.
Whoa, that means Ainge is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think
Boston
he
under
gets
cheat
traded for
anyway.
Man,
Dame
man,
without trading
The
Jordan?
Celtics
and
under
Freezer,
cheat.
Freezer, I wanted to follow up on what you had to say, man.
Right.
Because I'm just not too long getting up, get my morning exercise and my morning tea, my morning coffee, so to speak, with the Lawrence Tibbs family. You heard me. If you ain't
That morning
subscribed,
drive.
you need to subscribe. It ain't even a request. You know what I mean? Hey, go on, hit them like buttons. Stop playing games, yo. You know what I mean? If you watching this thing right now and you ain't hitting them like buttons, something wrong with you. You know what I mean? It don't cost you nothing for this. You ain't getting no Knicks content on the majors. Even right now, they glossing over us still. So you getting that Knicks talk, man. Hit them buttons, man. Stop playing
That's
games.
right. Stop
But
playing. I
hey,
hit mine.
man, let me talk about this thing, man. Cause you just hit a nerve with me just now, man. I can't deal with them, man. I can't deal with them. It's called being ungrateful. Ungrateful.
Yep.
Julius Randle, everybody. So you don't expect a man to ever have a bad game or a bad series.
Right.
Newsflash: Jordan had bad series when he
James
started out.
Harden had bad series.
Jordan had to go through it. Isaiah had to go through it. Magic, not so. Fell in the right
You remember
situation.
there was one they called him Tragic Johnson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is about timing. Everything don't cook at the same time. You got to have
Sure.
the right ingredients.
Yep.
The New York Knicks, everybody knows any fan, and I'm one of the most optimistic fans. Period. But I know I'm a realist too when I see things.
Exactly. Same here.
This team got to the 4th seed with a bunch of players with nobody making more than $6 million, really, other
Let
than
that sink in.
Julius Randle. You got a bunch of young players and a bunch of journeymans on this team, and we got to the 4th seed. Man, they get. Don't talk to me about trading Julius.
I agree. We got you,
Matter
Julius.
of fact,
They're talking about benching RJ too.
matter of fact, you know what they need to do? They need to trade themselves. That's what they need to do.
Right.
They need to trade themselves, man. Julius Randle, if you listening to this or your family or whoever, man, don't pay no attention to that garbage talk, because hey, all real Knicks fans, we appreciate what you're doing, partner. Keep doing. Are we frustrated? Yeah, we're frustrated with the performance, but it ain't all on your shoulders. These guys got to make shots to help you out.
True.
That's the difference between the regular season and this postseason.
And what's
Guys
your
are not
other
helping
slogan?
Julius out, and it's gonna cause more stress. You
And
know
what's
what I
your
mean?
other slogan? What's your other slogan?
Don't talk to me about trading RJ. Don't come to me with that
Right.
talk.
Right.
Miss me with that talk, man. You know
We
what I
got
mean?
you, RJ, man.
This why I ain't gonna kill them fans. You know why? Because I know they swing like they change like the wind. So if the Knicks win this series, watch what they start saying. Because I don't feel this series is over, and people acting like we going to a funeral. We got a game tomorrow. You know what I mean? This ain't no funeral. You know what I mean? Atlanta got all the
We got a
pressure
game
because
tonight. We
once
got a
we
game
win this,
tonight.
I'm telling you right now, when we win this game tonight, and we put it on them, because I'm telling you right now, I've only seen 1/4 of Knicks basketball in this series, and in that quarter, we won that game. That was game 2. The pressure, the ball pressure, the way we played defense, the way we was attacking, was what we were doing in the regular season. All the rest of what I saw, we're not playing Knicks basketball defensively. We're not bringing the required effort in defense. You're going to see what you saw in the regular season defensive wise for the New York Knicks, and you're going to watch what we do to Atlanta tonight, and all the pressure flips when we go back to Atlanta. They're talking a lot of trash. They're talking a lot of trash. So
literally,
look for the New York Knicks to put a beating on them tonight. They're going to get a beating tonight.
Here's what I think about that. Look, I think we'll win tonight. I think this is a game that Julius Randle will step up. RJ Barrett will step up. I think Bullock. Look, Bullock has to give us something. He's been terrible in this series.
He's the one person got to come out that starting lineup. Period. I don't want him in there because he can't guard Bogey and something else. And I'm gonna kick it right back to you. I'm glad you brought that up, G Money. Something else I'm noticing about Bogey. I mean,
Bullock.
But Bullock. Anytime Bullock gotta face a shooting guard that's like that, he has a problem, or any kind of perimeter player. Because Bogey game, I'm not saying he's this player, but he's a lower version of Devin Booker on how he plays the game. He's constantly moving, and he can shoot on the move. Those kind of players like that, I've noticed, give Bullock trouble. And when Bullock got a guard like that, his offense suffers. all season long. Go look at it. And so that's why I said you got to get him out of that lineup. Put him in the second unit or something, but do not start him tonight. Start somebody else in that at that wing position, man. Even I'm a proponent. I'm gonna tell y'all who I want to see start. Put Frank in his position. The reason why I say that because if you're gonna play Derrick Rose as a starting guard, that way you can still hide Derrick. You can hide Derrick off of Trae Young and put Frank on him. Frank can guard Derrick Rose. Frank can guard Trae Young. He's gonna harass him, and that's what you want.
I agree, man. And
get Bullock out of there.
And for the series, I'm gonna be honest with myself, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if Knick fans are mad at me. I don't care. I'm gonna say this. This is what I believe. I don't think we would get out the series. I think we lose in 6. This is just what I think. Game 5. I believe at home, Thibs will make the right adjustments. I believe that. And hey, Marv Albert and Reggie will do the game too. Just want to throw it out there. There's a fun fact there. And also, I think we'll win this game at home, but I don't see us winning in Atlanta. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying that. But what's killing us in Atlanta right now, we couldn't guard the 3-point line. Gallinari was killing us with fadeaway shots and dunks and threes. Hunter is hitting tough shots. Collins is hitting shots. He's playing better in the series after the slow start. But even Herder was killing us with open threes, especially at the corner at the wing. I don't see it, man. I'm a team fan.
I think we can pull this out.
I think we lose in 6.
I think we can.
I don't think we will.
For certain, we're going to win tonight because we just got G Money's pessimism, and we are good tonight. So, Knicks fans, we can feel good because once G Money hits us with the pessimistic
how's
stuff,
it pessimistic? I think that's pessimistic. We're down 3-1 for Pete's sake.
Absolutely. Because even when down 3-1, I still believe that we could win.
I mean,
I'm
right.
I
don't know. I doubt it.
Keeping them, they're not getting 120 points on us, 130. They're getting like 105. I feel like it's more so on the offense.
Great point. Great point.
We have to get that offense going. We have to get RJ slashing and playmaking. Burks playmaking. He's overlooking Obi. Obi's open for lobs. You see Obi in the corner open. Burks is
quickly miss Obi.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
But you know what? To your point too, I'm gonna tell you this. I like what he just said. Atlanta is not putting up a ton of points like that. You know what I mean? Except for this last game, they haven't been blowing us out like that. So, G Money, I'm riding with you. But guess what? G Money, I'm riding with. I'm riding with the one that say we win in 7.
Yep.
You remember when you said we gonna win this game in 7?
Yeah, when we were not down 3-1. Yes.
That's the G Money I'm riding with.
G Money.
We'll win game 5. Didn't I just say we'll win game 5?
No, G Money.
I'm gonna tell you,
we won't win the series.
I don't see it.
All right. Let's go. Yo, guess what happens? Have we played our best basketball yet?
We hadn't played our basketball period, but for one quarter, we won that game.
Let's go.
But that's one game. We're down 3-1.
We play our best basketball when our backs are against the wall. That's what we do. As soon as we lost game 4, I was like, yo, give my tickets. I'm going to the game tonight.
Okay, so if we lose the series, what's the excuse?
If we lose the series, we lose the series. We just lose. We lose.
We lose.
And I can live with that.
I'm riding with my squad. I'm giving positive energy to my team.
I am positive. We're a good team.
Oh, you're not. You're saying we're gonna lose.
I said game 6. I said game 6.
I can tell you like this. When we win tonight, guess what happened to Atlanta? Guess what happened?
They're gonna be traumatized.
I'm telling you right now, tonight is not gonna be a close game. We're gonna blow them out. And when I'm saying when that happened tonight, guess what happened to a young team that ain't been in the playoffs before, that ain't never closed the game? They start questioning themselves. They start looking at each other and pointing fingers. Watch it happen, and watch all the pressure will flip on Atlanta because they will have to win in Atlanta.
And Capella,
if they do not win tonight and go back to Atlanta, they're gonna choke in Atlanta. They're gonna have to come back to New York. Pressure gonna be on them. They're gonna have more pressure in game 6 than we will.
Yo,
because they do not want to have to come back to New York.
Like for real, like I'll tell you guys what, Capella done messed up. Capella done gave everybody on that team a new battery pack.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time time they're down, they're gonna be thinking of those words, and they felt when they heard what Capella said.
we need to
I'm
spread
telling
the
you,
offense
man,
going, man.
one of those things. This is one of those things where the Knicks, we haven't seen the best of the Knicks yet, man. Like we haven't seen our 3-point barrages. We haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen our
and we getting wide open shots, Mo. That's the thing. We getting. That's why everybody keep talking about this Atlanta defense. No, it's not the Atlanta defense. We missing shots.
Seriously.
We're missing shots, and to compound it, to your point, we haven't played Knicks defense but one quarter, and in that quarter, the second game, we played our type of defense, and what happened? We won that game behind the strength of that defense. If we play that defense tonight, Atlanta will get blown away.
No,
and that's
I
the problem.
agree with that
That's
part.
the problem. That's the main thing, G Money. It's our defense. That's why we've lost these games. We
Our
haven't been
defense not
playing
been
Knicks
good.
defense. We haven't been playing Knicks defense, and we know that. You watch this team every game this year.
I have.
Is this the defense you saw in the regular season us
Nope.
playing? And you
Nope.
know what defense come back to? Effort. I watched that game yesterday because I said I'm gonna watch this game before I come on and really look at the
Late
game
closeouts,
and
no
see
closeouts.
and see. It was a bunch of things. It wasn't just the closeout. It was the philosophy.
True.
I agree with Shine 100%. And I said it yesterday. You do not.
So that's where I got it from.
You do not double trade. You do not. Let him go one-on-one. I don't care if he scores 50, but you stick to your man. You stick to your man. You do not collapse. Why are you collapsing off a team that can shoot? You asking for problems. We done seen enough of that. It's time to switch it. Play everybody straight up. And if Trae Young scored 50, let him have 50. But guess what? That's what they used to do to Jordan. Let Jordan score, but you stick to everybody else. That's how you beat a team that's like
how
that.
you beat them.
That's where I got it from. It was from you, Ron, because I remember you saying that's the issue they had with him last year. Like he wasn't passing the ball. He wasn't sharing the ball a lot.
But at the same time, CPD Artist has a good point. We have not double trade virtually at all. Much.
We're collapsing. When you collapse, it's like a double. You collapsing on them. Everybody collapsing. They collapsing. And I watched it yesterday. 2 and 3 players. I watched the whole game and analyzed that thing. 2 and 3 players collapsing, and you saw a lot of miscommunication. 2 people going to one man, leaving somebody wide open.
Especially when Trae drives the paint and who's ever sticking him, New Orleans is coming over, and then he's throwing that lob to Capella.
And I don't know why they're doing that. You already know what they want to do. I would rather him take a layup, than to kick the ball up for a 3.
Ron, that's why before coming into the series, I wanted Frank on him initially because even if he tries to lay that float or whatever, you still have that length in front of you to kind of alter your shot or whatnot. But so I don't know why he's not even trying that angle, but it is what it is.
It's that, and that's what I blame Tom for. I blame Tom for that. You know what I mean? If you want to blame anybody in this series, you can blame Tom for his coaching decision. Because I understand you wanted Derrick Rose in that starting lineup. We all know we were struggling offensively. But to remove Alfred Payton completely from minutes, that don't make any sense to me.
Highly agree.
That don't make any sense.
So Ron, here's the thing about Alfred Payton. So we were at the game Sunday, right?
Ron, you know I love this.
And so you know, we dapping, we hype, you know what I'm saying? I'm in there with Rob the Nick, Hoodie Kev, Jay Boogie. Man, it's a bunch of us. And Jay Boogie blows a gasket. I'm like, yo, so I flip out. I'm like, yo, who did something to Jay Boogie? Jay Boogie come hit me. Y'all know Jay Boogie can talk, right? Jay Boogie, my man. But y'all know Jay Boogie can talk, right? Jay Boogie blows a gasket. Uncle Freezy, you better do something. And I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, we about to go to jail in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We about to go to jail. We about to get 30 days, gonna get 15. We're gonna do 15 for good behavior because somebody bothering Jay Boogie. I come to him, he like, look. And I look, and Ron, guess what he pointed at?
Alfred Payton.
Alfred Payton is leaning on the Gatorade, the Gatorade chest during a timeout when Julius Randle and Derrick Rose and everybody, them two are bringing everybody together. They like, nah, man, we down, but we not out. You can just see him. And Taj Gibson.
So he told him disengaged.
Yeah, and not only is he disengaged, bro.
Interesting.
He like, yo, why am I even here? You know what I'm saying? And listen, I don't knock nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because I was at least like I was like, basically a mile away from Alfred Payton. But if body language told it all, he like, yo, I don't want to be a Knick. Why am I? I'm only here because my contract says I have to be here.
Yeah.
Right. And Taj Gibson had a meltdown when he saw Alfred Payton over there. And he went over there, and you can't to me it looked like he was cussing Alfred Payton out.
He probably was.
Yeah, that's fine. He can leave.
Because that's what it looked like by body language, right? And so the thing about Alfred Payton, bro,
there you go.
is if Alfred Payton is that checked out, man, I ain't trying to even feel that.
I'm glad you shed some even more light on that. If that the case, this all I gotta say. Y'all know I was talking about that plane earlier.
Nah, Jay Boogie said I left him in the chat. I ain't leave Jay Boogie in the chat.
That's fine.
Jay Boogie, come on.
Please. Bye.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I gotta call Jay Boogie. Hold on.
All right. Yo, Ron.
Get him up out of here if that's the case. Get him up out of here, but he should have done something else defensively. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He's been doing that for a while, and honestly, somebody said it the other day. We haven't played consistent Knick basketball since the Clippers game, and I thought about it.
I agree.
What up, brother?
What's going on,
Philly? What's going on, man?
Salute, y'all. Yo, I just wanted to say, I don't mean to jump in and just get to my opinion. I agree. I was getting hyped because I was backstage when y'all was saying this. I agree, yo. Trae Young can't score 100 points. Like, take his shooters away. Oh, that collapsing stuff is pissing me off, man.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're collapsing too much.
That collapsing, and then like if he drives to the paint, don't even let him go. Let him get the two, man. I'd rather him get the two at this point than get the three than kick it out for the three because he's getting his teammates, he's getting them involved, he's getting them hot, and we gonna
showing off in the process.
And to your point, Cully, you know,
showing off in the process.
You know, and that adjustment should have been made after game one.
After game one,
we've been doing the same thing from game one on, collapsing. It's just insanity to keep doing that kind of defense with this kind of shooting team.
Right, especially by game two, we should have made that adjustment. I seen Trae, they killing us simply. They killing us with simple basketball. He goes to the paint. The big man comes over to help. He gets the. Wait, what'd you say?
You're killing us with open catch and shoot threes. Like how is John Collins open at the corner? That's
because people collapsing on Trae Young.
And Gallo should be respected.
DeAndre
I don't even know why he even gets open. How does he even get open like that?
And it's another thing too. You got to recognize situations, right? And what I mean by that, we playing off of, we're not pressing Trae Young when he get the ball, right, coming up the court. But not only Trae Young we do it with. I'm watching Gallo yesterday dribble the ball up the court. Nobody trying to put pressure on Gallo. Like when has Gallo ever been any kind of ball handler? I looked at him and my eyes lit up. I said I'd have been all over him. All over him. Everybody who's dribbling the ball up for Atlanta, the Knicks are playing off and allowing them to get set in their offense. And then that ain't defense. That ain't defense.
Right.
You what you doing is like a boxer. You taking all the punches. You trying to counter punch, but you just taking all the punches. We sparring partners is what we look like out there with the Atlanta Hawks.
Right. That's what it looked like. And then Trae Young, he's going to the basket.
He's going to his right too much. We got forced to his left.
Yeah, and then the big man is coming to help Trae Young when he drives, and that leaves a rotating big right open, or it just leaves whatever big man, Capella, John Collins, that just leaves them wide open. Like Trae Young's getting those passes through everything. Like let him go off for 100. He's not gonna score 100. Just take his weapons away.
That's the thing, and I even heard it. He said his most the stat he loved the most is assists.
Right.
See that? Because he's not even shooting them deep threes like that. He really just he really killing us off them floaters. I mean, hey, let him work himself out by getting to the paint, man. Just
and in that regards, the man who's guarding him need to make him work on the defensive end. Go post him up, get him in foul trouble, because he's the key to that whole team. You get him out of the way, that team is going to look strange. They're going to look really strange. They're going to
Yeah, they're
struggle.
gonna have no offense to go through. They're not gonna
But
have
you have to play defense, and we have not played with the right amount of defensive effort in this series, man. I'm watching the game yesterday. We getting beat. On transition plays. I'm like, they jogging up the court. I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, really? This how y'all playing?
We're not even capitalizing when he go to the bench, man.
Guys,
Hey,
hold
yo,
on.
hey, yo,
Hold
yo.
on
Let
to
me.
your-
Hey, wait a minute. Let me do something real quick. I gotta bring my man in real quick. I want to just real quick. No disrespect to everybody, yo. Don't feel like that. I just gotta bring my man on. Hey, what's good, fam?
Yo, salute to you, man. How you doing? How you feeling, man?
Hey, man.
I just wanted to share with everybody, let it be known as, you know what I'm saying, amongst all the podcasts, is how great it is to meet anybody that's on the podcast, period. You know what I'm saying? How the love and the hugs and the appreciation from everybody that we was all sharing with everybody was like somebody that might have been coming home, you know what I'm saying? And ain't been home in a long period of time. That's the real love that we had amongst ourselves, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Freezy. I wanted to shout out to Hoodie Cab. I wanted to shout out, you know what I'm saying, to Uncle Fulio. I wanted to shout out to Rob, Nick. I wanted to shout out, you know what I'm saying, CP the artist. I ain't even know I got a hug from CP the artist. I hugged his stomach. He's so tall, y'all. Good
Yeah,
God
CP,
Almighty.
CP the artist like 6'8", bro.
Yeah, he way up there, man. But I just wanted to come up here and just give you some love, man. Shout out to my brother, man. I'm just letting it be known. I can't wait to meet that brother right there. That's my brother right there, too. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the situations that, you know, you have to be safe more, first thing first, and careful, second things, you know what I'm saying? But, yo, it's a big night tonight, you know what I'm saying? We talking about the Jacksons. 1, 2, 3, 4, game 5. Let's handle our business and do what we got to do and get back from that 6th game and get back home. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about what they're doing in Denver. I don't care about what they're doing in Portland. I don't care about what's Boston. You got to be appreciated. We was better than Boston this year. We was better than Toronto this year. All those good organizations that are starting to break down and tear down, you know what I'm saying? Let them see how I feel to be down in the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We rising to the top right now, you know what I'm saying? And that's where we need to be at, man. I love and appreciate our season, and I look for a very victorious night tonight, and I'm looking for us to go ahead and turn this whole series around. That man don't spark the plug in our back, you know what I'm saying? And everybody should feel some kind of way about how he was being disrespectful and talking to us. But on the flip side of that, he's not being disrespectful. He's talking that real talk. So yeah, you wanna handle your business and quiet his mouth and mute him up. Handle your business tonight, and he ain't got nothing to say. He ain't got nothing to talk about. But for now, he got some bragging rights on us, you know what I'm saying? But you should feel disrespectful. You should feel like, you know what I'm saying, he getting at you. You should feel like you heated, and you should want to come out there and tear the garden all the way, all the pieces, and handle our business, man. But I'm on the outing this morning with my beautiful wife and my beautiful little one, you know what I'm saying, spending time with them. I just wanted to come on and share that with y'all guys.
Hey,
And
the
let you know
baby
I
back
love
there
y'all.
sleep. Hey, the baby back there sleep.
Yeah, she back there snoring out right now. And she just got up. She just got up. But you know how babies do when they get in the vehicle, they go to sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So,
man.
yeah, I just wanted to say I love y'all, man. You keep doing what y'all doing, man. And I'm gonna be at y'all later on tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? And for this victorious game, man. God bless you guys. 3 capital S's. Salute, 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 man.
Yeah, Boogie, I'm with you, man. Hey, I'm hearing Knicks fans acting like it's a funeral that we going to, man. It ain't no funeral. This thing far from over. It's far from over.
It's far from over. Hey, Jay Boogie. When we was at the game, tell them how you pointed at my man over there by the Gatorade coolers, Elfrid Payton.
The water
boy.
They
think I'm making this up, bro. They think I'm making this up to tell a story.
Yo,
I was talking to Rob the Nick, and Jay Boogie got my lead from up under the thing. Was like, yo, look.
Yeah, he has no feeling and no effort for basketball, and that's worse than our team. When I say basketball, dude, you got to realize that you're playing for a contract, whether you with us or not. So you're supposed to be out there doing everything you can, even if you on the court or off the court, to show participation that I'm a good team player. You know what I'm saying? He don't lay down, man. He ain't even participating in timeouts. He's sitting all far away from the team, all in the corner, talking to somebody one-on-one. They might be playing games on a phone or anything. I don't know. But he ain't. Hey, honestly, Freezy ain't told y'all nothing wrong about what that dude doing. You know what I'm saying?
That's the second time, J Boogie, because you called him in a game, and you called him when we was watching at home and stuff. You talked about.
That's right. That's right. He don't have no love for it, man.
He ain't got no fight in him, bro. He ain't got no fight in him, bro. He look like he done got whooped by something else, and he can't. He just ain't got no fight in him, bro. He ain't no good.
He mentally checked out. He ain't no good.
Yeah,
a soldier ain't no good if their mind ain't right.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. He the whole every time we talk about Alpha Payton, we just wasting our breath.
Yeah, ain't no need to talk about him. But J Boogie, I'm gonna tell you tonight, if we go at that philosophy of just staying home on the shooters and whoever guarding Trey, let Trey do what Trey do. Period.
Right.
Let him do what he do, but stay home on them shooters. I'll feel better about this game. But do not keep doing what we've been doing this whole. I don't know. Tom's supposed to be a great defensive coach, man. But I got to say this, man. I'm seeing the same defensive play this whole series, man. We running the same defense.
Yes.
The same thing, and it ain't working. Why you keep doing that? It don't make any sense. And you know how much I've talked about Mr. R&B. Do not start him tonight. Do not start him tonight. Because he too busy running his mouth and ain't playing basketball, man. Get him up out of that lineup. He ain't shooting. Put Frank in there. That way you can allow Frank to go guard Trey Young.
I don't mind putting the Frank situation. I like it. I'm with it. But this is my only thing about the Frank situation. Anybody else? If Frank make a mistake, us as Knicks fans do not jump on him and get on him about this was wrong or that was wrong, or we gonna blame Frank and all this and that. That was not Frank's fault, you know what I'm saying? But Tom put him in there for the last possession of that game when Trey scored on him. The man had no feel for the game, and Tom put him in that game, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't prepared, he wasn't loose, he wasn't stretched, it wasn't the time to put him in there. And people rode Frank for that, man. Don't ride people, you know what I'm saying, that's coming the game or at a late moment, a late time, you know. It's not their fault, man. I went put Frank out there, you know what I'm saying? But give him some room, let him breathe, let him feel the game, you know what I'm saying? Don't put him in there, take him out 1 minute here, 1 there. Nah, you can't do that, man. The man ready to get his drag on, his rough ride. He got his headband on and everything, trying to rock, man. Let him rock. You gonna let him rock. If not, don't put him in the game.
Right.
And another thing, but that if you look back at that play, you know how you can't roast Frank for that one? It was 9.3 seconds left on the clock. Frank made that man work to the point when he got that shot off, we had 0.9 seconds left. Frank made him work for that shot. It wasn't easy like he just took Frank to the basket like it wasn't nothing. He had to work. Right. If you look at that play, he had to work to get open. And it was only because Frank and Taj bumped into each other that he got open on that play. So it is what it is, man. But Frank, I agree with you 100%, man. Tom, hey, you got to put that man in better situations, man. The whole team. Right.
Hey, Freezy, real quick. Everybody can still hear us, right?
Right.
Yo, I want to send a shout out, you know what I'm saying? Go love and support that Big 15, that EP drop, you know what I'm saying? Go love and support, you know what I'm saying? Evergreen and Dio's work, you know what I'm saying? That's our music, you know what I'm saying? When I say our music, that's talking about us. Go love and support that right there. And shout out to my man AD. I don't know if he's still on the show, but the real Anthony Davis, you know what I'm saying? Salute to all them guys on the podcast is doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying? God bless you all, man. We got to let my wife check out this GPS, man, and we ride out, man. And I'm going to talk to y'all later on, man. God bless you, man. I love y'all brothers, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, be safe out there, Boogie. Be safe, man.
Yeah, y'all be safe.
No doubt, man. Y'all do the same, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. No doubt.
That's my guy there, man. You know what I mean?
J Boogie.
You can feel him when he speak like E.F. Hutton, you heard me?
Yeah, man.
Salute was good.
What's
man.
Duke?
Yeah, man. Hey, so we would so I'm gonna have a guest on the Knicks Morning Drive tomorrow. I'm gonna have Amal on the show tomorrow. He does the Knicks Time podcast, and he and I we discussed we met face to face, right? We were talking Knicks. Man, who was that?
Oh, is that the guy you said from ATL
Yeah,
that you were talking to?
yeah. Somebody got some strange noise in the background, but so basically what we wrote down was on court defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why the Knicks are losing to the Hawks is not because we can't stop Trae Young. It's because we give Trae Young too many opportunities. Like we miss a shot, they get the rebound, bring it back down court, right? We miss a shot, they get the rebound, they bring it back down court. We miss a shot, they get the rebound, they bring it back down court. We miss a shot, they get the rebound, they bring it back down court. And it's repetitive. So what it looks like is that the Hawks offense is doing something to us, but they're doing their average just at a higher, at more opportunity. Because when we miss shots, it just gives them the opportunity to go down. And so what happens is this. We watched all 4 games, right? At the time, we watched the 3 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically what Clint Capella is doing is this. Clint Capella does not fear our 5 offensively. Our 5 is offensively no threat at all in this series, right? So Clint Capella don't even pay him no attention. But what he does do is this. When Julius Randle catches the ball, he goes to the strong side box, right? Like say if Julius Randle catches the pass on the left wing, Clint Capella goes to the left wing box, right? And shadows Julius Randle, right? So Julius Randle goes into his move. He's guarded by DeAndre Hunter, Gallinari, or John Collins, whoever. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? Because Gallinari is a whack defender and Collins is a whack defender, right? But when you put a body on Julius Randle and you're being spied by Clint Capella, the driving lane to the basket is cut off. But meanwhile, while Clint Capella is spying Julius Randle, when RJ Barrett cuts through the lane, Clint Capella will grab RJ Barrett, hold him up, stop his progress, right? And RJ Barrett got to fight through that, and it throws RJ Barrett's timing off, coming around on the play that they called. Reggie Bullock come through, Clint Capella grabs him, bumps him, nudges him, you know what I'm saying? Puts the body, slows him up, right? And what happens is the Hawks are sent a double team because Reggie Bullock is a spot up shooter, right? But Reggie Bullock is only a spot up shooter from the top of the key. He's the top of the key spot up shooter. So what Trae Young does is Trae Young sags into that passing lane, right? So now you have a triangle defense against Julius Randle, right? And so what happens is everybody that's cutting is being held up, right? So they can't. So now the shot clock is ticking and it's slowing things down. And people think that Julius Randle is holding the ball too long, trying to make a decision. But what they don't understand is Julius Randle is holding the ball long, just like an NFL quarterback whose receivers aren't open, right? Y'all know this. It's the reason why the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins in the playoffs every year. Because they didn't rush them. They didn't rush.
Freezy.
No. I'm just using this as an example.
Hey, Ron, don't bust out an honest now. Be like, what?
So what it was is instead of rushing Dan Marino with 5 or 6 people, they would rush 3 and have the other 8 cover Dan Marino receivers. So now Dan Marino don't have anywhere to throw the football because everybody's covered. And as far as accuracy goes, and I'll give Ron a shout out. As far as accuracy goes, Dan Marino is the most accurate quarterback to ever breathe breath, period. Nobody even close, right? But when you rush 3 and drop 8, he has nowhere to go with the football.
And windows are closed.
Right, and it's the same thing the Hawks are doing to Julius Randle. And what people are saying, what Knicks fans that haven't played basketball are saying is Julius Randle is forcing bad shots and he's holding the ball too long in double team. But the thing is, Julius Randle has nowhere to pass the basketball. So on his best effort, he creates an open shot for himself and exerts so much energy that he'll miss, right? And it's not all Julius Randle's fault. Now, with that said, if you put at least 2 offensive skill players on the floor with Julius Randle, the Hawks can't do that, right? My fear is that Tom Thibodeau will double down on more defense as opposed to putting more offense on the floor to stop Clint Capella from being able to spy Julius Randle and his man. The answer to me, in my opinion, the answer to getting Julius Randle more open looks and freeing up the flow of the offense is to put more offensive players on the floor. RJ Barrett is an offensive player, but he's streaky. Alec Burks is an offensive player, but he's streaky, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you have Derrick Rose on the floor with Julius Randle, it creates shots for Derrick Rose only. It doesn't create open shots for Julius Randle. What we have to, in my opinion, what we have to do is have Derrick Rose play with the second unit, and put at least think about giving Emmanuel Quickly the green light on the first unit. Like, kid, we have nothing to lose. Hey, man, listen.
I say we start Burke.
Well, but I understand y'all think with Burks, but here's the thing: if Burks is not on, his defense is going to get you in a hole.
Liability,
right? Because his defense is not up to a level where if his offense is not there, then you can live with his defense.
You could say the same thing for Emmanuel Quickly, though, Freezy.
But
Quickly defense is better than Burks, man.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing.
Big Ron. But you really up here saying that Quickly defense is better than Burks?
I'm a double down. I've watched enough of Quickly, man. Quickly defense is better than Burks' defense.
It's better than Burks.
It is.
Man, that's a dub,
but no,
I've been watching this team all season, man, and Quickly get left on when Quickly playing his dude, man. Quickly get left every time. Every time Quickly get left.
But that's not the point I'm getting at.
He's not strong.
The point I'm getting at is this: on your second unit, you still have multiple scorers on the floor when you have Derrick Rose and Alec Burks. How are you gonna take your scoring off the second unit to put it on the first unit? All it does is create a deficit on the second unit. It's like you taking your finger out of one hole in the boat to put in another hole in the boat. You know what I'm saying? What you want to do is put Quickly on the floor so that he can at least spread the floor when our guy Julius Randle is being shaded by Trae Young and Clint Capella. Is what I'm getting at. You leave those two vets on the second unit together because they work well together. They can score. When Burke scored 27 points in this series against the Hawks on the second unit.
You can't give Quickly that much responsibility in the second unit, in my opinion.
He can't run. I don't want him running the offense. I'm with you, Mo.
Yeah, that's what Burks is on the second unit for. Burks is placed on the second unit.
Burks isn't reliable enough. He's not reliable enough.
And we could say the same thing about Derrick Rose. Come on, look what happened to Derrick Rose last game. Right. He only scored 2 points in the second half, bro.
Because he was burnt out.
But if those minutes were slashed, he would have probably scored a lot more.
He was tired. He was burnt out.
He still finished with 18 points on effective shooting and had, I believe, 6 or 7 assists and no turnovers.
I agree with Nick's podcast, though.
At all.
I agree with my man. I can't depend on Burks playing point guard. I would rather have Quickly be on the first unit with Julius Randle, who's a playmaker himself, and RJ Barrett, who can make plays.
Burks playing point guard only got us, but so much, you know.
But Nick's podcast, I'm gonna agree with you to this. You know what it is when I look at Burks and I look at Quickly's defense, right? Quickly is more pesky than Burks. Like he'll attempt to pick people up full court. You'll see. I
can agree with you on that one.
But Burks ain't as fleet of foot like that. Like Quickly, his length, he's longer than Quickly. You know what I mean? So he got a potential to bother the shot more. But with Quickly, I'm gonna tell you, I think if you put Quickly in that starting lineup, it's gonna take away from his aggressiveness though. That's the only thing I hate with Quickly. Quickly, at this point, will he be a point guard? I think he got potential, but his asset is shooting, and we're not getting enough shooting from him. I want him to be playing off the ball, shooting, just letting that thing go. Matter of fact, you know what they could actually do? They could start Derek at the 1, put Quickly at the 2, slide RJ to the 3.
That's something I've been asking for all season, man.
Slide RJ to the 3, and then you know what else to finish that set off? You put Obi at the 4 and Julius at the 5.
That just kind of like is
That's
disastrous
gonna
for
force.
the
That's
second
gonna
lineup.
force. That's gonna force Atlanta. That's gonna force Atlanta. Capella can't sit in that lane and chill, because the thing is, when you look at Julius Randle and Capella only got 2 inches on him, but Julius is 10 pounds heavier than him.
Exactly. I don't see how we're treating. Yeah, I don't see.
He's not gonna be able to bully Julius like he can bully Nerlens Noel.
But what about rim protection?
Yeah, I don't see how we're treating Capella like he's like Dale Davis or Antonio Davis.
Because Julius Randle is scared to drive to the paint. Let's be honest. Julius Randle this entire season been settling. He's been settling for mid-range and 3-point shots. This entire season, him and RJ. The only thing that I could say about RJ is RJ don't get enough calls. If RJ got the calls that he was supposed to get, then this series will be a different thing.
It's not even just that. Julius they don't run Randle, the offense through RJ. They run
Julius is scared, man. I'm gonna just say it like this: the dude is scared of the limelight, and I blame this entire series on him. If he would have been aggressive this entire series, he would have been put Capella in foul trouble. He would have been put John Collins in foul trouble like he did in the second game. I blame Julius. I'm sorry.
I can't.
Where you could blame him, I can blame everybody else. I have to blame everybody else too now. Because they're not stepping up either.
Else.
I mean, R&B.
Kev, can I say one thing to you, bro? What's the saying that I'm pretty sure that everybody on this panel now grow up with? If the head ain't right, the tail ain't right either. So if your lead scorer, if your lead player on your team is not acting in accordance to how he's supposed to act, how is the rest of the team supposed to even get anywhere? The main guy is playing terrible.
Hey, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. Yo, hey, bro, you got your own podcast?
Yeah, man, I've been having my own podcast, bro.
Yeah. Hey, why you ain't never asked us to plug?
I'm here now, man. That's all that counts, man. I'm here now.
We supposed to be trying to support each other, bro.
Yeah.
You got your own joint, man.
Yo, bro,
hey.
Yo, Freezy, you can come join my podcast anytime, bro. Anytime. But I gotta link you on my other YouTube because this is my positive YouTube. I gotta put you on my Knicks page, though. Okay. That's the only thing. Yeah, we definitely get it, man.
Hey, so hey, do me a favor. Do in the private chat, hey, put a link to your stuff. And so that I can shout you out, so that we can, you know what I'm saying, send people over. And whatever, man, so that we can support. But here's the thing, though. You know we're gonna plug you, but the joint better not be whack.
Oh my! Hey man, you can go to my YouTube right now, man. None of my shows are trash.
Yeah, I know.
And I know y'all see me bombing on Twitter all the time. You know they hate me on Twitter because I bomb on them on Twitter all the time. And you say anything about the Knicks.
Hey, some of them need to be bombed on though.
Yeah, I'm bombing every day, bro.
Yeah, so we gotta. Yeah, because I see your joints on. You know, I see your joints on Twitter. But I didn't know that you were active doing your joints.
Very active, bro. Very active. And I've been itching to get you on my show, man, because I gotta get your takes, man.
Hey, we gotta make something happen.
Yes,
but I'll tell you what. When we get some time, I'll DM you on Twitter. I'll send you my number. And then that way we can link up. I'm gonna address the super chat and then I'm gonna bring everybody back in. So
all right.
Mama said don't trust you. Says, look, man, we went in tonight and Juju gonna show out and show y'all he bought it. No debate. Put some respect on Juju name. No debate. Was good. Mama said don't trust you was good. Thank you for the super chat. Let me bring everybody else back in, because sometimes we be talking so hard that we forget that people actually watching us. I was just about to say,
My
hey,
fault.
hold on, let me do this real quick. So, hey, so y'all are watching the Knicks Morning Drive. If you like what you hear, subscribe to the channel. If you see a like button, beat it up. Turn your notifications on. Right,
I don't like what I'm hearing. I don't like what I'm hearing.
Goodbye, Cornerstone
Get him
Cast.
out
You
of
don't like
there.
what you hearing? Bye.
That's State
Nah, don't do.
Farm,
Oh
Kev.
man.
I'll just mess around. I'll just mess around with Cornerstone Cast. I'll mess around with Cast. Yeah. Hey. So, hey, y'all put that energy in the virtual chat. Hey, and support our own, because there's enough negative people out there in the mainstream media that, you know what I'm saying, if you want some negative stuff, you know what I'm saying, if you want to get away from that, come join us. So y'all know what it is. All right, go ahead, Cully. My bad.
I just want to say one thing, man. As far as I'm piggybacking off of what QUA Knicks podcast just said, I think Randall is scared. I've been saying it all series, and like he should be getting Capella and Collins in foul trouble. The way John Collins was talking crazy game 3, all up in his face like that, he supposed to roll that man up. I'm sorry, but one thing I also want to say, I'm not comparing Julius Randle to no other stars or superstars, but listen, when Allen Iverson made that run in 2001 to the championship, how do you don't say he got there off his pure skill alone? That man was 6 feet tall and had heart.
Effort and grit.
He wasn't going to shoot these BS jumpers all day. That man was going to get in the paint and cause havoc, and he didn't have no other scorers. Julius Randle got at least some type of help, but Allen Iverson had no other scorers. He had maybe Eric Snow that could probably shoot a little mid-range and Aaron McKee off the bench. He had no other scorers, and he got that team to the finals.
Yep.
So I don't.
And won a game against that juggernaut.
And won a game. Game
Won a
one.
game against the Lakers.
Game one. Was it game one?
Game one. And they went into LA. They went into LA and smacked them all around LA. I mean, they lost, granted, but come on, like what matters is he had heart to get there. He went against some tough teams. Like, come on, Raptors, Vince Carter and that Raptors team. He went against the Bucks with Ray Allen and Glenn Robinson and all that. Like, come on, these were tough teams. These were not no. Come on, these guys was. I mean, they may not be athletic as much, but these were physical. They was more physical in the early 2000s. Like, come on, Julius. Nobody on the Hawks can guard Julius. Not one person. Nobody. Can I name?
Nobody.
Say that again. Say that again.
Nobody.
He should be putting guys in foul trouble. Come on. He had Trae Young in the corner and pump faked him. Like, why are you not taking this man to the rack? Like, that's
great
point.
Hey, bro, you want to know what it really is with Julius that I done seen this entire season? Julius let the referees get to him. If the referees is not calling the game how Julius want to call the game, he gets in his feelings, start chucking up threes the entire game, and costs us the game. Julius really needs to build up his mental, because I feel like Julius Randle mental is not strong enough to be the leader on the Knicks. I feel like RJ Barrett got a stronger mental than Julius. Like how RJ Barrett bounces back after having a bad game. Julius Randle could go on a low for game after game after game after game. Exactly what we're seeing right now.
Man, hey, you hitting nails on the head, boy. QUA, you own it, boy. You own it. I'm gonna have to double down on that, man. It's something.
Hey,
that's
OUA Knicks podcast.
Yeah.
OUA Knicks podcast.
Yeah, over
my
under
bad.
Academy.
OUA, my bad. I thought it said
over under Academy. Yeah,
You make
it's
your
all
name.
good, bro.
You make your name in the regular season, but you make your fame in the playoffs.
And
listen, Kev, dropping
his fame has diminished.
Yeah, his light ain't as bright as it was, man. But I'm gonna tell you this: all Gia's got to do is play the basketball game the right way, man. Don't cheat the game. When you start cheating the game, man, that's when people turn on you.
Yeah, he might be doing that from another team, though.
And see, the thing is Julius' problem is Julius is playing against Julius. And what I mean by that, Julius playing against regular season Julius. What we saw, you put that out there for display, so you can't say, well, I can't play like this. You scored 37 points a game against this team, regardless of who was on the team playing and all that. I hear people, but this person, I don't miss me with all that. You playing against the Atlanta Hawks. But the problem with Julius, and I said this, and he give me flashback when I look at the way he's playing the game. It reminded me, and I love this guy to death, the first New York Knicks jersey I ever bought, Patrick Ewing. When Patrick Ewing fell in love with that jump shot, against Houston.
Oh my God!
That's why we lost that series. Every time Pat Ewing decided to go to the post, Akeem couldn't handle it. But Pats kept settling for that jump shot. And to your point, OUA, that's exactly what Julius Randle is doing. He's shooting too many jump shots.
Yeah, he is.
When your game ain't on, when your shots ain't falling, you don't come back the next game and shoot jump shots.
Drive
you
to
go
the
to the
paint.
basket. That last game, his first two shots were from the basket, were jump shots from three.
Right.
So you're not gonna get a rhythm like that. And Julius, you know what Julius need to go do? Go see Akeem. Go get some post work. Go find somebody. Go at
Go
this
find
case,
Melo.
at this rate. Go find Melo. Go call Danny. Well, not Danny Ainge, but Kevin McHale. Go pay for get some help. He needs some help because, and another thing, he only wants to go left when he goes to the basket, and that's the side they're playing him to.
And when he do go right, he doing a fadeaway jump shot, and it's gonna miss every time. He do that fadeaway out of bounds shot that misses every time. This whole entire series, he's been doing the same thing.
Exactly, and think about this: Julius bread and butter in the regular season was getting in that paint and shooting that little jump shot, that little fadeaway jump shot that was automatic. Tell me how many times you've seen that in this
I don't think I've
series.
seen it once. Wait,
exactly through 4 games? I can't recall seeing it.
Nah, I've seen it.
What about the double screen for RJ? I have not seen that play one time. You know, the double screen where RJ runs around, gets the double screen, and drive to the paint. Yep, and drive to the paint. I have not seen that play one time.
Hey, so OUA podcast. That's a great point. So we call that the Boston screen, right?
Okay.
So Brad Stevens runs that with Kemba Walker with Jason Tatum and a big running, you know what I'm saying, as screeners. And basically what happens is Tatum and the big communicate who's rolling to the basket and who's going to be the spot up guy, right? RJ Barrett doesn't run it right. When his tendency is to have the guy, whoever's cut to the basket, go to the basket, and RJ Barrett follows them to the basket. That's not how it works. He don't get wide enough where one defender has to guard one man. Well, RJ Barrett runs it. He runs up the guy back. So now one guy can guard two people, right? And now you don't have a shot nor a passing lane. Now you have to pass it. Yeah, now you have to reset.
He
and it's
the off ball picks. He sets it all the time in the paint, and then he runs out.
Yeah, and so how this is supposed to work is if the guy goes under, RJ Barrett's supposed to shoot a 3 from top of the key.
Exactly.
Right?
He's cheating on defense.
Because he'll have about 10 foot of space where he's open, right? Because the guy has to fight through two people, right? Think about it. The guy guarding RJ has to fight through, say it's Obi and Taj. RJ's man has to fight through Obi and Taj. RJ Barrett should have a wide open 3-point shot, and he don't take it from top of the key. RJ Barrett is a wing corner 3-point shooter, right?
I think it's just because of his speed, though. RJ kind of slow, so he not faster than the average guards that's defending him. And I'm not even going to front about RJ Barrett. He let me down with that Deontay Hunter. It seemed like Deontay Hunter was housing him this series.
Right?
He's taller than him, and he's making tougher shots.
Yeah, he is.
The thing about you have to look about your rollers too. The guy setting the screen rolling to the basket. Taj Gibson is not tall, or he's not a jumper, a leaper, and he's not explosive to the basket fast. Right? He's just a tough guy. That's it. Right? That's all Taj Gibson is at this point.
I agree with you.
So when you roll to the basket, if the lob is there, if you could go over the top of the defense vertically, they can throw the lob. But Taj Gibson is not catching lobs, throwing it down in traffic. Y'all know that, right?
Exactly.
And Taj Gibson is not fast. So Taj Gibson is not going to be the guy that catches it, takes one dribble, and yam it on the crowd real fast. Like Clint Capella. He ain't gonna do that. He's not DeAndre Jordan. He's not Clint Capella, right? And then at the same time, neither is Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid is at least tall and big. So Joel Embiid could do it because he's bigger than everybody. But Taj Gibson is 6'9", 230. He's old and he's slow, right? So when you got your roller going to the basket, he is no threat as a roll man to the basket, but he's the only big that we have. You know what I'm saying? So defenses don't respect Taj Gibson as a roller. You know what I'm saying? And
He's
so
more
when
of a
people,
pick and pop type guy.
right? And so the thing is, and Ron, and you know he's a pick and pop guy, not from the top of the key, but on the baseline.
Yeah, on the baseline, exactly.
So that makes it even more weird. Now you got to run the pick and roll on the baseline just for Taj Gibson to get an open shot. And think about this. Oh, do we really want to do all of that just so that we can get Taj Gibson a jump shot? You know what I'm saying? So the thing is we want to blame Julius Randle for a lot of stuff, but we have to look at the shortcomings of everybody on the floor. If
It's the center position, man. That's what's really killing us. It's the center position because we have no threat. You said it about 20, 30 minutes ago. We have no threat at that center position, man. And that's why I was yelling up as far as all my neighbors could hear me. I wanted, before that trade deadline, I wanted JaVale McGee. Right. I guarantee you Clint Capella would not be doing all this right now with JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee wouldn't be having that.
And JaVale McGee was cheap.
Cheap, and we know he can finish above the rim, and he's a presence. He's a shot blocking machine.
And he's big. He's big.
He's big, he's tall and wide.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right. He would have been perfect on this team right now. That's what
what's our boy that played? What's the center that played for Sacramento now? He just came from Portland.
Rashawn Holmes. Oh no, not Rashawn.
Bagley.
Whiteside was another person that I was hoping the Knicks got before the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's what's killing us. You hit it on the head, man. The center position. We have no threat at that center position, really. And Taj been doing this thing. No disrespect to Taj.
No disrespect to Taj. We love Taj.
Derrick Rose, and Obi have been our most consistent players thus far in these playoffs.
I totally agree.
And you know what? And the funny thing is, the center that we described, we have him on our roster, but he hurt.
And he hurt.
Mitch is so missed right now.
Oh.
Man, I miss Mitch.
Hey, Mitch would be eaten.
Another sad thing too. We have a guy on the team that's probably the same size as Trae Young, and we'll never know how good he is because Tibbs don't put him in.
Not with this coach. You're right. Not with this coach.
And you know what I'm talking about, Ron. You know what I'm talking about.
I think he gonna be a liability on defense, man.
He might, but
he can shoot though. He can shoot.
And he can stretch their defense, and that's why when Freezy said about him starting, that's the only thing that I would like about Quickly in the start line is that defense is going to
I thought you were talking about Harper.
No, I was talking about Harper, Ron.
You talking about Harper, right? Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
Jared Harper is the same. He might be able to do the same stuff. Split.
Nah, he's gonna be a liability on that defense, man.
Oh, y'all got me because I thought y'all was talking about Knox.
Nah.
No, you didn't.
We'll never know how good Jared Harper really is. He's quick. I just know he's quick. That's all I know. He's quick.
I tell you what, I watched him in Arizona. Watched it up there in Phoenix when he was playing. That guy looked like he's competent. Looked like he can play. And even in the G League. And I know people, it's G League. Hey, it's basketball at the end of the day.
Right.
And basketball is basketball.
All it is.
And when you get your shot, it's all about getting your chance. John Starks, if you know what I mean? People would say John Starks wasn't supposed to be who he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That man came from bagging groceries.
Man was working at a supermarket, right?
Right. So you know what I mean? It's all about getting your shot, man. And I would like Jared Harper to be out there running behind Trae and just pesking him, just being a nut.
Or just doing what he does on the other end, like on offense, just splitting picks and
I know he'll blow by Trae. Right. He'll blow by Trae.
Hey, Trae don't want to play defense, no way.
Exactly.
That's one more thing though. Let's just say, I'm not saying we should have, but let's just say, what if we did grab Lance Stevenson and put him at the 3? And they tried to hide Trae by putting him on Lance. You know, Lance would destroy that man badly. He would terrorize him.
Lance will post him up.
You know what I mean?
Lance will post him up all day. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I gotta
play that handball defense.
I gotta do something real quick. Hold on, y'all. I gotta do something real quick. So Chuck B, you gonna come in and chat, and you ain't gonna say salute to Uncle Freezy? Chuck B, this is what we do now. You sneak at people chats and be like, salute to everybody except Uncle Freezy. What Uncle Freezy do to you? I ain't step on your Newports. Chuck B, what's good? Stop acting like that. Stop being a baby. I just need to do that. I just need to do that to protect me.
Snapping.
Yeah. Uncle Freezy.
What's up? What's up, Chuck? What's up, Chuck?
Yeah,
Man, good to know you alive, partner.
Yeah, man. I called this dude and sent him texts and he don't answer. And then he just sneak in the chat and be like, "What's up to everybody except Uncle Freezy?"
Don't get that cornball nothing, man. He never admit when he wrong, man. He never admit when he wrong.
I saw what Chuck just put out there. He said Trey will score 50. Yeah, let Trey score 50, but stay home on the shooters. I'll give him 50, but if you stay home on the shooters, you nullifying the other aspect of his game that's great, which is his passing ability.
Ron, why do you listen to this man? This man doesn't even admit when he's wrong. Why do you even admit?
Hey, everybody got faults and flaws, man.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
And whoever this is, I think your name is Keyshawn. When he said Randall needs to pick a roll with Rose, man, they've been trying that all series, bro. It is not working, man.
Right.
They done tried that multiple times this series. It is not working with Randall and Rose.
Right, and OU and Knicks podcast is right because Randall won't roll to the basket. Randall fades out for open jumpers
because he's scared of Capella.
That are not open. Randall's fading out for open jump shots that are not even open, bro. You the number one option. You think they're gonna leave you open, Julius Randle? Are you serious?
Yeah, we doing too much ISO basketball too, man. That second
too
unit,
much ISO.
The ball moves more. And even Jay Will brought it up, man. He said in that game, he's like, Julius Randle has to stop with the ISO. Has to stop with it, man. Get to the paint. Go to the paint. Go to the paint. And I'm interested to see what Tom gonna do today because he said everything is on the table.
I would love to see Marcus Smart on the Knicks.
Oh,
that's a.
I hope they be dumb enough to let him go.
That's a beautiful. Yo, oh my. What?
Hey, you know who else? Hey, imagine this guy that's supposed to be on the Knicks right now. If it wasn't for Jordan sliding on in there, Scary Terry.
Right.
Scary Terry ain't scared of nobody. You heard me?
Right.
He would have
definitely turned it up for the playoffs.
He would have given Trae Young fits. He would have given him fits. He would have had to guard him.
Yeah.
Right.
And he would post Trae up in a heartbeat.
Hey, you know that's the one thing that frustrates me with the Knicks offense. That RJ Barrett and Hadouken and I saw this in game 3, where RJ Barrett was isolated on Trae Young.
That was game one.
That was game 1.
Yeah,
isolated the final 5 minutes of the game, and they didn't even give RJ Barrett a look. So when somebody mentioned playing Frank Ntilikina with the starters, I don't know about starting Frank, but playing him with the starters, I could co-sign, right? The thing about that is
take Reggie Bullock out of there, put Frank in that spot.
Nah, I'm not trying to see Reggie Bullock and Burks on the same lineup again. That's trash.
Yeah, but the thing is Frank is our best post-up guard. Frank Ntilikina is the guard that treasures posting up smaller guards the most. Excuse me, he'll do it. He's got that turnaround fadeaway, and it might be his best offensive move, right? I could see some Frank Ntilikina posting up Trae Young. I could see it. I don't know if it'll happen.
He would try it. He would try it. He would try it.
Can I say something, Big Breeze?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
My only issue with Frank is he is not assertive on the offense.
Oh my God!
He does not like to score. It's like he doesn't want to score. I believe if Frank Ntilikina tried to score more, I think he'd be like tremendous for this offense because he's a great defender, but he just will not try to score. Right. He'll drive to the paint, and you already know what he's gonna do. He's gonna pass it out. He's gonna do it every time.
Yeah, that's what he's looking to kick the ball out.
What you think, Big Freezy?
So my bad, Ron, for cutting you off. But
you good. I'm good.
If you remember last season against the Wizards, right? Frank Ntilikina got ISO'd for some strange reason. Frank Ntilikina got ISO'd on one side of the floor with Bradley Beal. And Bradley Beal started talking that noise to Frank real fast. And Frank sauced him up in front of everybody and made Bradley Beal crash into one of his teammates. Frank whipped out the handles and sauced him up. He threw up a brick. But it was funny watching Frank Ntilikina sauce up Bradley Beal. And then they came down the next possession. Bradley Beal was like, "Oh, you think you got something? You ain't going to do that again." Frank sauced him up and he fell. And Frank hit the 18-footer and Bradley Beal faced. And then guess what Frank did for the rest of the game?
On the bench.
Deferred on offense to everybody else.
Imagine if we had the Frank that went
I'm
at
gonna tell you, you know what?
Porzingis.
Right.
If we had,
I'm gonna tell y'all this.
Or like when he went at the Chicago Bulls, that game that he had against the Chicago Bulls when he was hitting all those threes. If we had that Frank, this team will. I don't even think we'd need a point guard because he will definitely be the point guard of the future because he can defend. You don't think? You don't think?
No,
you know what's disappointing about Frank not playing in this series is what we saw right near the end of the regular season before we came in these playoffs, man. What Frank did to Kyle Kuzma when Kyle Kuzma was on fire in that game we lost in LA to them Lakers.
Shut him down. Stop him cold in his
Kyle
tracks.
Kuzma had 16 points. When Frank came in, it was a wrap. He didn't score again. And that's why I'm like, Tom, why you ain't utilizing this weapon, man? You the defensive man. You put this guy out there for a minute to guard somebody, he ice cold. Come on, man. Come on, man. You just can't make this stuff up. Tom got to be better, man. And Reggie Bullock is giving the last game. Reggie Bullock played 34 minutes, and ain't scored a basket. And defense was suspect. They done got in Reggie Bullock's head, man. They done got in Reggie Bullock's head.
Hadouken, are you saying that just because you thinking of a pass first point guard?
Nah, I'm thinking one that could do both. Frank is not a point guard. He's not going to be a point guard, so that wouldn't work out.
Because I was about to say, because Frank is a pass first point guard. If you look at it technically,
but he does pass first because he can't score on his own.
Right. You know what Frank is an 80s point guard. Frank is a point guard from the 80s and early 90s. He's not this era point guard.
Right.
Where a point guard was what they said a point guard. Pass the ball, get everybody else involved. That's what Frank was. That's what Frank is. He in the wrong time zone. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's in the wrong time zone.
Yeah, I just saw a video of the post shoot around, and they asked RJ, "How do you feel about the season? Like if you guys end your series today?" And he was like, "Why are you guys asking these questions? Don't be negative. We're winning tonight. I'm not worried about that." So that's just making me a lot more confident about today.
I'm extremely confident in RJ Barrett.
Well, RJ, I cannot wait to see RJ next season because what RJ is missing is that mid-range jump shot. That's what he's missing. He's missing the mid-range jump shot.
Mainly those off dribble shots too. And they said they're gonna work on that and handles. That's definitely gonna be big.
Yeah. You know what I would love to see RJ Barrett putting in his bag? And I know this may be year 4 RJ, but if RJ Barrett developed some small floater, right? Some small floater that he could get off before he goes crashing to the basket like a bowling ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that to use all the time, but at least to be a threat. Because what happens is when RJ Barrett gets to the free throw line, defenses know he's going to put his head down and barrel into everybody, look for contact, and throw something off the backboard, right? Because the likelihood of RJ Barrett increasing his vertical by 10 inches is not likely.
It's not going to happen,
right? But for him to develop a shot that he could get off before contact, you know what I'm saying? Because RJ Barrett's rookie year, he got to the free throw line at the same rate as Donovan Mitchell, right? People don't know that. RJ Barrett got to the free throw line 4.8 times per game, the same as Donovan Mitchell, right? This year, he's a spot-up shooter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the Knicks won more games with RJ Barrett as a spot-up shooter. But I would prefer RJ Barrett putting that ball down and becoming more of a conventional shooting guard / wing. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to.
It's not his choice. It's Tibbs because we run the offense through Julius. It's not anything on him.
I know.
I know. They made him that. That's the wrong thing.
You want to be totally transparent. We ain't running the offense. Let that sink in.
Right.
But it's constructed.
It's basically here you go, get the ball, and let's see who can make a shot. That's the way our offense look. ISO. Even Derrick Rose getting the ball, it's ISO. Pretty much. It's ISO. Right.
So you're saying that it's
he just makes the shots. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but we're still running the offense through Randall. even though they're
it's still
still
trying to go
isolating,
through
it's
Randall,
still
but
always
it's
through
just
Randall.
there's no creativity with it.
Right,
That's
and when Randall
That's why it's getting exposed.
And when Randall is off the floor, we run the Derrick Rose fake pick and roll. Right? Derrick Rose getting the pick and roll, and everybody know he ain't picking or rolling. It's because Taj is not explosive enough. And Taj is, think about it. If think about this. If you run the pick and roll, like Taj sets the screen 1 foot outside of the 3-point line, right? Sets a sturdy base, right? Derrick Rose rubs Taj Gibson, gets around the screen, puts his shoulder to Taj Gibson hip, and goes to the basket. Do you think Taj Gibson is going to run to the rim at the same speed as Derrick Rose? I mean, come on. What do we even? It runs best with Nerlens Noel, but Nerlens Noel does everything wrong, right? He doesn't set a screen. He don't position himself right.
Right, he can't catch.
He can't finish in traffic. And if he does catch the ball in traffic, he gonna get hurt. So y'all see it all the time. Every time he catch the ball in traffic and try to go to the rim hard, he get hurt. He broke his finger. Oh, he bruised his shoulder. Oh, he landed on his back.
Freezy.
No knock on Nerlens, but he just too light in the room.
Yeah, he's too light. 220, I believe. Hey, Freezy. Norvell Pell. Why are we not playing him? He's a wider body, and from what I saw when they put him on the floor in the game, he messed that finger up. He looked pretty confident to me.
He a hack, bro.
Yeah,
he a hack. I like hacks,
offensive liability. I like Philly too. I'm part of the.
But his defense, I think he would neutralize Capella with all that trying to catch that alley-oop all day.
He a hack, bro.
Neutralize that.
He like the dude that if me and Ron Cleveland play against him, like me and Ron just playing pickup ball against Pelly. Pelly gonna have, when we beat the game, we gonna be all scratched up. Our shirt gonna be ripped up. You were like, dang, this dude don't do nothing but hack us up. You know what I'm saying?
And Freezy, you made me think what the last time I went and played pickup ball, man. One of the guys that was guarding me, man, he had me so mad. I was about ready to hit him, and I love him. You know what I mean? I wanted to fight him.
Yeah.
He was just beating me up. I was like, man, I was like, dude. I said, I thought we boys. The way you beating me up, man. I was like, man, you can't guard me. Don't hack me, man. Hack.
Yeah, right. Norvell Pell is. Yeah, that should be his name. And you know who he is, Ron? Chris Dudley. You remember Chris Dudley?
Oh man.
Chris Dudley. You like what he set screens good. He averaged around the board in everything. You can't expect him to be more than 5 points and 3 rebounds if you play him, right? And them 3 rebounds, whoever else gets the rebound, they gonna work for it. They gonna work. They behind her. Like I saw him against Olajuwon. Olajuwon got like 8 rebounds, right? And Olajuwon was dripping sweat after the game. And he's like, dang, Olajuwon look winded, and he only got 8 rebounds. Chris Dudley made him work for them little bit of rebounds, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the biggest problem with our offense, though, man, we don't have no diversity in our offense, and we don't have enough dynamic players on offense in that starting unit, man. It's not Reggie Bullock just sit in the corner, give me flashbacks of Kevin Knox.
Right.
You got who? When we had EP in there, you know what he gonna do. Right. And RJ is with RJ, and then you got Nerlens. So essentially, really, in that starting lineup, you only got like 2 players really that got it offensively, and that's Julius and D Rose.
That's why I'd rather have Burks in that starting lineup in the place of Reggie Bullock. Yeah, because Reggie Bullock, he's
What are you doing with You can't have both Burks and D Rose in there, and I wouldn't put both of them in the starting lineup. To me, that just defeats the purpose of our bench.
Yeah. I think it kills the bench. But at the same time, to make y'all laugh, I'm gonna just throw this out there to make y'all laugh.
Sorry about that, man.
No worries. But to make y'all laugh, Obi Toppin been balling. So maybe Obi, So if Obi get the chance to go offensively, maybe you get something. But here's the thing: if you start, and I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna make people mad. If you start Alec Burks, I think you got to play Kevin Knox on the second unit. It is what it is. Because you can't put
That's a good
5
idea.
defenders on your second unit. You can't put 5 defenders on your second unit. Where you gonna get your offense from?
Exactly.
I'm not putting Alec Burks to the starting lineup. It's not happening for me if I was the coach. That's
Right.
not even a thought in my mind because, especially if you have D Rose out there, like to me, it's either sit Rose and put him on the bench and start
I
Frank,
would say sit
or sit
Rose.
Taj and
Ooh.
put OB into the
Let Rose come
lineup.
at the
Let's
second
be
unit.
honest. Let's
Keep
be
Rose
honest.
quickly.
Alex
That's when they're the best.
Alex Burks and Julius Randle and Reggie Bullock work good together when they in the lineup together.
Yeah,
Because
it
spaces out the floor. If I would have to make a choice, I would definitely say put Rose on the second unit because it seems like him and Quickly when they're together, they just unstoppable. They like the downgraded version of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what it is
Very,
too?
very downgraded. Like,
yeah, very downgraded.
like dollars,
but very effective. You know what I
Right.
mean? But you know what? That's a good. It's funny you brought that up because you think about that second unit. Who else was in that second unit? Was the other two guys? You know those two guys that Derrick Rose when he first came here went out and ate with. It was him, Obi, and Quickly, and that was our second unit. You know what I mean?
How you doing?
He should have kept that together.
You can't rely on IQ and OB to be the ones that cook for you in the second lineup. Especially, I mean, they're rookies. We can't.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming them for playing bad. They're rookies. So it's not that crazy to me that they're having ups and downs. Except I feel like Obi has been playing good throughout the whole series.
The rook from the brook. Yeah, that rook from the brook. He been balling.
Yeah,
Obi's coming
been
a long
bright
way.
spot.
Display well.
So-
Obi's come a long way.
I would probably start Obi and put Taj like spot up minutes, or I bench Rose and put in Frank in the starting lineup. That's what I would do.
That's not going to improve the scoring though. You still going to need scoring on that starting lineup.
It's true. Salute next podcast. Salute.
That's why I agree with you when you say take Rose out and put Burks in, because we've already seen what that lineup with Burks, Julius, RJ, and Bullock does, and they work pretty good together.
More spacing.
Yeah, it's more
I
spacing.
understand that, but it's like at the same time, yeah, you could have D Rose, but it's basically D Rose is going to be the main one scoring either way there. If you have Alec Burks, it's not going to make you rely on the rookies to score. IQ has only played well one game, and he can't. And Obi can't score on his own.
Good one, man. I'm about to roll. Hey, Charlie, what cousin? Good to see you, boy.
What's going on?
Big Ron, be blessed, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all,
If you
watch that thing tonight.
if you put Burks in there, if you put Burks in the starting lineup, right, it would help. It would help Randall not to get double teamed. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have to worry about Burks. Check this out. They're gonna have to worry about Burks, right? They're gonna have to worry about Derrick Rose, so he could shoot threes too. So they're gonna have to worry about them guys, and that will give Randall a chance to do his dance in the paint.
But I agree with Hadouken when he say you still gonna need some offense coming off of that bench.
Yeah, no matter what, you can't take one of especially if you take Burks. Burks has been the main scorer there, especially with D Rose out. Quickly has dropped 4 points back to back and then 0 points. He's not going to do much for you.
Can I say
Burks is going to have to play more minutes, though. He just had to play more minutes on the
Burks
second unit.
haven't been as effective since Rose has been out of that second unit. Let's be honest. Ever since Rose went to the starting unit, Burks he's been totally ineffective on the offense.
Yeah, he's only scored well the first game.
Exactly.
Well, Burks is a streaky player too. Y'all understand that? That's why he been around the league too. He a streaky guy.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to do that. I mean,
we need offense though. We need offense though. That's the only thing.
I know we need offense, but the thing to me is that I wanted Rose to start in general, just because if Tibbs was just gonna pull EP out like 3 minutes into the game, there was no point in not starting him. Yeah, and when for me, the reason I wanted Rose in is that when you put Rose into that lineup, you expect the offense to run a little more through him. So it takes
Yeah.
pressure off of Randall, but we're still letting the offense run through Randall, so it defeats the purpose.
And I thought
Okay,
that
check
it was
this out.
going to
If we
help
don't
out
start
with
Burst, right?
Trey
If we don't
Young.
start Burst with Rose, right? We could put Toppin in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would put Taj out and put Toppin in. That's my number one thing I would do.
Yeah.
That's the thing I would do. I feel like that would work out well, especially because the main problem is Capella being in the paint and not having to worry about a center because the centers are a liability.
Exactly.
So he's
They
always
could
gonna
put
be able
Toppin
to
as a
guard
center.
Yeah, no, so they could play him at the 4 or 5 or Randall the 4 or 5. They could interchange. It doesn't matter. But that just allows Capella to get out of the paint full on and actually guard the player that he has assigned, so people can actually go into the rim more.
Now that
And
you
Randall
said
needs
that,
to
I
start going
totally
in and
agree.
yeah,
If he
Randall
could
needs to play
pull
more in
Capella
and
out,
out.
yeah, if you could pull Capella out to where he gotta guard him on the 3-point line, that'll open up the floor tremendously for Randall and Barrett. That's
Yeah,
true. I
and,
agree.
it's a threat for Obi to be able to do a pick and roll too. If you really want to run it with him, you could get Rose and Obi in a pick and roll. Because
Facts.
you know he loves
To
setting those
get Obi
picks
some
and then
lobs.
get
Yeah.
some lobs and
Mhm.
he could get Capella in some foul trouble too.
And also,
with
we
the
gotta
Knicks
attack
situation-
Trey Young on defense. We gotta put Trey. If you
What's up, man?
Rose, attack Trey Young because
Couldn't have
Trey's
said it
not
better myself, G Money.
attack Trey. Salute Knicks podcast. Salute.
Yes.
Attack. Thank you, man. Attack salute CWC and Hadouken. Attack
G?
Trey Young. Get him in foul
Yeah.
trouble. Get him in foul trouble. Don't. Trey Young is not a good man-to-man defender. So if you Rose, attack him constantly. If you attack, go to the basket, then we should be good. And also, if you're Randall and RJ, play your game. If you're Randall, don't settle too much for the jump shot. Don't fall into love with that.
To me, the problem, my bad to interrupt, but the thing for me has been that RJ has been playing his game. That's why I haven't been too mad because he's just been missing his shots.
Yeah.
Randall has been the one that hasn't been playing.
Randall's trying to do it. Randall's a good look.
That's the thing
Randall,
that bothered me the most.
True, Randall's trying to do too much. He's trying to do too much, in my opinion. And if
He's
I were
scared.
he's a little
Yeah,
bit
drive
he's
to the
really
paint.
scared.
He's timid.
I know I've said this a few times already, but this is still crazy to me that this man has passed out of a jump shot motion so many
crazy.
times in
He
one
needs to
series
learn
more
to
than he
post
has
up.
in the whole entire regular season.
Randall and
Reggie
post.
Bullock.
And Bullock. Why would Reggie Bullock in the series? It's like the dude is he's been terrible in the series other than game 2 in that second half. I mean, if you're
Playing good
Reggie
for
Bullock
1 quarter.
by 1 quarter, if you're Reggie Bullock, be ready to shoot the ball and shoot the ball with confidence, please. And also, where's your defense been at, Reggie? Where's your defense been at? Yeah.
And check this out, guys. Check this out, guys. The reason I say start Burst with Rose, because it'll make Trey play defense. And Burst, he take it to the hole on them.
Exactly.
You know
They
what I'm saying?
hide in Trey Young. Haven't you
'cause
noticed
Trey's not playing defense.
every time Derrick Rose is going at Trey, who they put on him? Bogdanovich, or they
Bogey.
gonna Herder on him. They hide in Trey Young. That's why last game they was trying to pass it to Julius Randle to get the switch so Trey Young could be on Julius Randle, but it wasn't working.
The
It
thing
was
that we
switching
should
over.
the thing we should have been doing, like in the first game, we should have been exposing the RJ on Trey matchup in the final 5 minutes, but they should be trying to, like, the thing with EP that I wanted the most is for him to attack the paint and force a switch. So 'cause Trey shouldn't be able to guard EP at all. He should be
So
able
Hadouken,
to get a
do
basket.
you think that Elfrid Payton should come back to the starting lineup?
I don't think he should play. In
No
general.
way.
It's dumb, but that was my hope for him that he's
it's
gonna
done with
attack
Payton. He was
Trey
gonna
Young
attack.
and force him to switch on someone else, and then that's another mismatch.
No
But
way, man.
but that's what we need. We need to try to get a switch, especially for RJ, because to be honest, the only person that I really see holding RJ there is Hunter.
Yo,
like, if he really wanted to.
He is
'Cause Hunter
outplaying.
Yeah, the thing with Hunter to me is that he's like 6'9" or 6'8". He's
I think
taller
he's
than him.
6'8".
And he's been making some tough shots. Like, it's not even that he's playing bad defense on Hunter. He's making some tough shots.
That's true. And even John Collins had tough shots too in some parts of the series. And also what's killing us, Atlanta's getting easy open catches for threes at the corner. We can't guard a corner three all of a sudden. It's like John Collins corner threes, Herter corner threes, Bogey faking to get free to the left wing. If we're gonna have any shot to at least extend this series, we gotta swarm the perimeter.
Hey, but you can't have it both ways, though, G Money. You can't have it like you can't have Clint Capella catching lobs.
True.
And cover the corner three. Now I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe we can formulate a different defense to cover both. But our defense right now is Trae Young, Clint Capella minded. Like don't let Trae Young go off for 40, and don't let Clint Capella get 20 and 20.
You see, the thing we gotta do is what we did in the fourth quarter in the second game. We forced Trae to his left.
For sure, and he got the ball out of his hands too.
He only scored like 4 points in that quarter.
Exactly.
And he wasn't playing comfortable. We got him in the.
We got the ball out of his, and also Hideki, we got the ball out of his hands. That's another thing too. We got to force someone else. We got to get the ball.
See, the thing I think that hurt us the most was Gallinari and Bogdanovich.
It was that those 9-0 runs they had, like the one in the second unit where in 20 seconds they scored 9 in a row because everyone kept falling for those one dribble pump fakes.
And it's always happening in the second quarter when Trae Young is out and our benches. When the benches is playing, it seems like their bench is outscoring our bench.
Yeah, because they keep playing Bullock and Burks now. That's why I'm saying you can't have both of them in the same lineup. That just doesn't work. You got to.
They need to play zone.
And also, A-Tree made a good point on the chat. You got to make Bogey dribble the ball. Bogey is not a good ball handler. You got to make Bogey dribble the ball.
Yeah, he's slow. He shouldn't be able to. I mean, he's going to get his shot up, whenever he can. But in general, he shouldn't be able to just score like that so easily.
He's getting open. Exactly, man. I mean, they're good players. Don't get me wrong. But it's like he getting open catch and shoot first. Even Herter, too. He was big in game 4.
No, game 4 he had 5 points, didn't he?
I think it was Gallinari and Bogdanovich, the one and the ones that's really hurting us. If you notice, Bogdanovich, he playing like he all-star level on Julius Randle.
That's not good.
That's another problem that I have with Julius Randle. He needed to defend.
Horton had 11. Never mind.
Zach, if you watched the game, he had an impact. He didn't play. He was not super duper or anything, but he had an impact. We watched the game.
Yeah, Bogdan and Gallinari been killing the second unit.
The past 2 games,
they just fall for every single move they put like consistently. It's so annoying to watch. They just
so you have an issue with the closeouts.
Yes. Too many open threes. No hand in the face.
And definitely with RJ Barrett. Let's be honest here. RJ Barrett get caught sleeping on that sideline too much.
Exactly.
That's been in the regular season though more. I haven't seen it as much in the series.
It was in the regular season and now. Let's think about it. If he would have been more on point in that first game, they would have lost because he would have got that steal. If he would have got that steal, you remember we was up by 3. If he would have got that steal on Bogdanovich, this series right now will be tied.
Well, Duke about to have a meltdown. Duke about to have a meltdown right now.
Potentially. That play, I do agree. Obviously, was a crucial thing, but to me, it's like he went for the ball and he got it partially, and he ran out of bounds at the same time because it was a loose ball.
True.
For a second chance point.
That's because his reaction was too late.
I don't think that play is more of a reaction. That play is just not getting the ball fully, and then Bogdan made a tough shot.
I don't know. I've been seeing him let down on that weak side help when he's helping on the weak side, guarding the paint. It seems like every time they pass to his guy, and he always gets there too late, and the dude done shot a 3 and then hit the shot. I just wish he had stopped doing that, man.
But that's what the defense calls for, though.
I know that.
The defense,
that's not his fault. Sometimes it could be, but just like
the defense calls for him to tag Clint Capella, so Clint Capella won't be open for the lob. Trae Young turns the corner, right? RJ is there to rub Clint Capella to stop the lob.
Right. The weak side.
And so what happens is RJ Barrett gets nudged a little bit, and then he can't recover to the corner. So you got.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I was gonna say is so the strong side defense is always best. You're always good on that side when they bracket. But Trae Young is one of 3 people on the planet that can make that turn and throw a pass on the move accurately to a wide open shooter, and they shooting pocket on the dime and on time. Right. So when we say RJ Barrett got there, like, and this is what I'm going to talk to Amar about tomorrow, because we're going to break, because what happens is when you're watching the game on TV, you don't see RJ Barrett cover all this ground, like he's constantly running on the. You don't get to see that because the television, the television broadcast
showing their ads.
Yeah, it's following the basketball.
Right.
So when the thing is following the basketball, you don't see what's happening to actions away from the basketball, right? Most times, and that's why when RJ Barrett arrives late on a spot up shooter, you don't see the fact that he came down, he boxed out Clint Capella's and held him, but put a body on him, tagged him, kept 1 foot in the paint, and then scrambled back out to the shoot. You don't see all that effort that goes in.
He can't fully commit to one person. That's why. That's the way it works. He
got
that's
the way
defense. Right. In that ice pick and roll defense, that's what he has to do. And Trae Young, like I said, is one in maybe 3 people on the planet that can turn that corner and throw that pass accurately to a shooter that's 50 feet away and put it right in their shooting pocket. Right?
Yeah, but it hasn't been. Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, think about this. What if that pass was not accurate and the shooter had to take a dribble? RJ Barrett would be on time.
True.
Yeah, I haven't. The thing is, for me, I haven't really seen much of a spot up shooter really hitting it over RJ this series. I haven't really seen that much compared to other games. Like, I think he's been playing decent defense. I don't think he's been playing bad defense.
Right. It seems like RJ is out of shape.
Nah, to be honest with you, I believe Deontay Hunter been giving RJ Barrett business.
Hunter's hit some big shots for them.
He's giving RJ Barrett business. Last game, he wasn't as effective on RJ because RJ was going off too. I call him second half RJ Barrett because he goes off in the second half. But this kid, he's been giving RJ Barrett the business, not only on offense, but on defense as well.
Yeah.
When RJ been trying to force his way into the paint on Deontay Hunter, he's been stopping all of that. RJ needs to get stronger. He does.
Yeah, stronger.
He's already stronger.
RJ needs to be better.
He's not as strong as Deontay Hunter.
And also, I said RJ Barrett, but he also needs to get better. Look, he's a good player, but if RJ Barrett needs to get better, a consistent mid-range shot. If he can get a consistent mid-range, a floater, and also a wing 3-pointer. We all know he loves shooting those corner threes. We know that. But if RJ can get be a better wing 3-point shooter and also be better at the mid-range area consistently, and the floater, like you said, next podcast, he'll be a beast.
See, I agree with you.
What about RJ from the top of the key? When's the last time you
saw the top of the key?
So when's the last time you saw RJ Barrett take a 3 from the top of the key?
Against
earlier in the series. No, he never stopped in the series.
And you remember him and Julius Randle had that little thing between him where he'd be at sort of kind of the top of the 3, and Julius would pass out to him, and he'll shoot the 3. That he hasn't done it. Neither him and Julius Randle need to step it up, but I blame RJ less than I blame Randle though.
Yeah, I blame Randle because it runs through him. He's not finding RJ. Like, there was one of the games where RJ was open multiple times in a row and Bullock, and he just hasn't passed it. Like, he just waits for the double team.
And Randle, to me, I call Randle JR30. JR30, Randle. Look, Julius is a good player. We should keep Julius. I don't agree with the narrative that we should trade him. I don't agree with that. We should keep Julius. He's a big piece for us to have. But if Julius Randle, if we're gonna have any shot to compete in this series, Randle needs to learn to post up a little more. 2, needs to figure out double teams, and 3, he needs to learn to stop over dribbling sometimes. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what problem with Randle. Randle's a good player. Julius Randle's a good player. And he's helped us all season. But what I'm saying is, if Randle wants to become a superstar, he needs to learn to You have more IQ.
Hold
right?
up. Ayo, Breezo, what is you talking about? Deontay Hunter has been guarding RJ Barrett. What is you talking about? He been switching between RJ Barrett and Randall. It's
true.
apparent that you haven't been watching the game because I've seen plenty of times where Deontay Hunter is guarding RJ Barrett. It's been Deontay Hunter or it's been Bogdanovich guarding RJ Barrett.
Facts.
What are you talking about, bro?
And here's what I'm saying. And you made some good points there in this podcast, but here's what I'm saying. Randall is a good player, but needs to learn to have more IQ and needs to stop complaining to the referees. All right. I like Randall. Stop complaining to the damn refs all the damn time. Okay. It's like, look, I want to keep Randall. I will give him this. I will give him
the max.
I'll give him the max, yes. Because yes,
I'm not giving him a super max.
I give him that 4 years.
I never want.
I give him that 4 years.
I would get him 3 years and like $65 million.
I give him that 4 year. I give him that 4 year.
He ain't eligible for the Supermax extension yet. Because
that's next year.
Yeah, he got to get it. Yeah.
Now next year is 205.
Yeah, it's 205.
Something. Yeah, it's 205. If he signed an extension this year, I think it's like 106. I believe
it's 125. I'm pretty.
Oh, it's 125. Oh, my bad.
Something.
But
like
he's gonna have to show up tonight. He's gonna have to show up tonight if he want that money.
Also, I want to throw this out there. Fun fact: Marv Albert, former Knicks commentator, he'll be tuning the game with Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
His last game. Just want to throw it out.
And they're actually at the Garden. Like they finally are doing that.
Too bad.
I'm surprised Reggie Miller is doing a Knicks game. I'm surprised though.
I don't like Reggie Miller doing Knicks games.
Yeah, I know.
Or Doris Burke. She needs to go, man.
Doris Burke is good, man. Come on, she's good.
Nah,
bro. She knows sports.
She's a dub.
Hey, Duke. I'm gonna do something right quick, man. Can you moderate for me? Just for like.
Yeah. Oh no, but about the DeAndre Hunter thing, I mean, I think he's been he's overall a good defender. Like I'm not taking anything from him. He's a good defender. He's been giving, to me, in my opinion, the most trouble for Randall. Yeah. Like I don't think Capella is giving too much trouble for him. I think he's just scared of going at Capella. That's just the way his mindset is at. But Hunter has averaged 10 points in this series. He hasn't been good offensively. Like he's made some buckets, but he hasn't
made
really
timely buckets. He's made timely buckets at the wrong time to put them up at a time where you're not.
Remember,
I'm just seeing.
I'm gonna be honest. I only seen him kill RJ once, and that was in one game. I haven't really seen him do anything crazy, in my opinion, scoring wise.
So, how long do you think the series will go? I say we win today, but we lose Game 6. What do you guys think?
I don't know. RJ gave me confidence for today from what he said.
Yes. Oh, yes,
so
he did.
He said that because they were trying to ask him about off-season stuff and how they feel about this season. They're like, bro, why are you asking me these negative questions? We're winning today. That's all I'm worried about.
I like how they
all responded. I agree with that. We'll win tonight.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
we'll get a Game 6.
Randall, IQ, OB, and Tibbs have responded in a way that made me confident, and I wasn't confident before.
Especially after what Clint said yesterday, I truly believe that they could come out today and get that win. I totally believe they can change the entire series now.
I think if they blow them out, especially, is gonna change the series.
Oh,
that's the main factor. Because that, to me, since the Hawks are such a new team, and this is the first time they've been in the playoffs in a while. And Nate McMillan has never came out of first round, so they don't really know how to deal with it because we've dealt with adversity. They haven't really dealt with it much in this playoff series.
But
I think that would be
how long do you think the series will go? That's what I'm asking. I say we win tonight. I think we may blow out Atlanta. I have a weird feeling this is going to be a blowout win for us because usually a team that's in desperation come out with hunger and force. But I think we lose Game 6 in Atlanta. That's my guess.
Yeah,
I think we'll get Game 7.
I don't know.
I think if we get a big win tonight, I think it could change the series.
Yeah, that's what I think. This obviously this is the only game left, but this game really says everything.
They got to give it their all on this because it's the last game. So
I want them to not go out sad because I'm not taking away anything that happened from the season because that's all in its own section. But like for the playoffs in general, I don't want them going out sad. I don't want them losing.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, check this out, guys. If the Knicks lose, right? If the Knicks lose tonight, do you think the crowd gonna boo them or cheer for them?
Cheer.
They should cheer. We had a good year.
They're gonna cheer, but it all depends on how they come out. If they come
Yeah.
out with a fight, it all
They
depends
gotta
on how,
fight.
how
We
much
can't
they
get
try.
blown out.
I agree.
We can't
I
get
agree,
blown out.
Hadouken.
If we get blown out, they don't deserve to get
Yeah, they
any a lot of cheers.
get
Like I wouldn't
booze.
boo them like necessarily, but it's gonna happen, and
You
I
know how
wouldn't
New York
like
is.
mind that much.
It's gonna be a lot of F Randalls though.
Yeah, that they might switch the chance to that.
Yo,
Nah,
I'm
but
telling you.
I don't think they would. It all depends on how we, because to me, I mean, realistically, to me, we deserve to be down 3-1 because we definitely could have won other games, but we put ourselves in bad situations.
Exactly.
But at this point, I just want us to win as many extra games as we can and just try our best.
So at least
That's all
extend the
I really
series.
want at this
Yeah,
point.
that's all
Like,
you can ask
At
for.
least
I
extend
want
it
to at least go back to ATL and run it
for
back
game
there.
6. And no matter what happens in this series, it's been a fun season. The team has shown promise. Julius Randle's has been great. RJ Barrett's been great. The team is, and I'm telling you, if we can get a superstar to come here, don't be surprised if we become championship contenders soon.
Somebody says Spike Lee is bad luck. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Stephen
not Spike
Stephen
Lee.
A. Smith is bad luck.
It
Ever
wasn't
since he been
Spike Lee.
coming to games, we've been losing.
Nah, I
They
don't
just need
know.
to step up their game. The Knicks need to step up their game and shoot, man.
we gotta come out
Yeah,
with
Take it to the
consistent
hole.
shooting.
Take it to the hole, man.
as much as their defense like got better, I'm not really mainly gonna credit their defense because it's been us missing shots and them flat
That's
out
what
just
it's
making
wide
most
open
of their
shots. We
shots.
missed
Hold on,
Jules,
Who
man.
defense got better? Who defense got better?
The Hawks defense got better since
Oh, okay. I thought you said the
McMillan.
Knicks defense got
Oh
better. It's
hell
been
no,
like
no,
got
no,
worse.
no. I wish our defense has like it's just so
It
cheapy right
dropped.
now. It's weird. It definitely dropped. I mean, I never thought our perimeter defense was good. I always thought that percentage was flawed throughout the season because we let open shots go, and it just depends if they're on that night or not on that night. And I feel like they shot 60% from 3 one of the games, and that was an anomaly
Yeah,
to
it
me.
was.
Like they don't do that, but either way, besides that, they just been shooting lights out.
I
And
think that
every
was the
single shot
third
they shoot,
game.
I think they make it. Yeah, it was game 3.
Yeah, it was game 3 where they shot 60%. And I figured at that point in time too, I was like, oh, this is a fluke. That right there had me thinking like, okay, you guys only won by 11 points, and our 2 stars on our team
We're
are
bad.
Yeah,
were
that's
bad.
what's been giving me confidence. Like I
Yeah.
was thinking this in game 1 and 2. I'm like, all right, RJ played decent and Randall has been playing trash this whole entire time. There's no way that if they don't just step it up a bit, that this series is much easier than it is right now.
I totally agree. Because
Like
that
if
showed what I was
Randall
thinking.
was more effective at least, and he was playing his game in the first few games, we could have had definitely the upper hand.
And that's why I was telling people, I'm like, man, y'all sitting up here getting happy over a 2-point win where y'all just think about it. If Julius Randle would have scored his average, you guys would have lost.
Yeah, but I don't do what is. I don't do what is.
I know that, but
It is.
still, like
It's
that
3-1.
is that's a fair thought because that's what I had too in when it happened in like game 2. But the main thing, just like you said, that RJ half steal that he got and that bogey 3, and then Alec
Mhm.
Burks missing a mid range shot, a wide open one, and then
And those are the
I
points.
still
the one little mishap with Frank Ntilikina. It's one little mishap, and I blame Tibbs for that
Yeah, I
because he
blame
put him
Tibbs
in
too.
cold.
I agree. It's Tibbs.
Bro,
You can't put-
I still can't believe that they called that foul on RJ for trade. That still is like crazy to me. I don't know
But
how
another
that
thing
was
that killed us, the 0.9 seconds. Why was Alipers inbound the ball with 0.9 seconds? That was just stupid.
And another play that kind of got to me was when quickly rotated to the I think it was Bogdanovich coming into the paint. It was in the last minute of that game, and quickly he moved back out of the paint. He didn't get the charge. I think that kind of messed us up too, man. I think if he would have got that charge, it would have changed the whole game at that point in time.
Yeah, there's so many plays that just switch
So
the
many.
momentum of
Yeah,
the game.
but we can do if, what ifs. But like I said, it is what it is. It's 3-1. All we have to do, play with intensity, move the ball, share the ball, find the open man. Defense, we got to be physical with Trey. And also, if we're going to have any shot to extend this series, we got to find some way to slow down Gallinari. There's no way Gallinari should be having 20 pieces. He's a good player, but come on. And also, well, this is a big game for Randall to step up. I think Randall is going to have he may have a 30 piece. I have a feeling he may do that tonight. I have a
Yeah,
feeling.
I'm not even gonna predict anyone's stats anymore. I just want to see it happen now. I'm done with that. I can't.
Yeah, me too. I'm not about to sit up here and hold nothing in my heart and predict anything for you to
Yeah,
do.
because I was doing that for the first two games. I was like, all right, there's no way. Like, you just look at the odds. There's like no way you could have these many bad games and not have one person show up. But I just need to see it now.
And what do you guys think of what do you guys think about the playoffs so far? So far, you got the defending champions on the ropes. You got Miami, the Eastern Conference champs, being swept out of the playoffs. You got Dame Time being on the verge of being eliminated by an injured Nuggets team. You also had the Mavericks and the Clippers in a 2-2 tie. The home team, the road teams won every game.
I think that's kind of a fluke with the Dame situation. Everybody talking about like cause Murray, and I know that Murray is a difference maker, but we're not gonna act like Michael Porter is not on
Michael
that
Porter's
team.
good.
We're not gonna act like Austin Rivers hasn't been going
He's
off on the
okay
team.
at best.
We gonna Morris been going off. They got plenty of players that's on Denver that's been going off.
I get that, but this is my opinion. Sorry, I personally think Portland should be winning the series. That's just me.
Me too.
So that's why listen. Denver's a good team. I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is that Dame has had help. CJ, Melo, Nurkic, Powell. Look at game 4, for example, right? Dame went 1 for 10 in that game. They won by 20 for a reason. He had help in that game. So again, I'm not saying Portland should be winning it 4. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that Denver, even though they are a deep team, they're not better without Will Barton, BJ Tozier, and Jamal Murray. That's all I'm saying, man.
Rizzo, I agree with you, bro. Portland does not play defense.
They play no
man.
defense. And have
they
no
are liabilities.
Bro, did you not see how they were down 20 and came back in the same quarter? They don't play defense.
Yo, listen, man.
They don't have IQ. Portland lacks IQ. Where was CJ McCollum last night? 7 for 22 and had a turnover. Covington missed a dunk at the end.
Covington missed dunk. 2 dunks.
Yo, that last dunk that he missed, that I think it would have brought him down by 1. Man, that was sick,
they would have been
man.
down by 1.
And Melo, I love my man. I love my man Carmelo Anthony, but Melo, man, 3 of 11, 8 points. What the hell, man?
That was his first bad game this series. That's fine.
Yeah, because I think he had like 17 the last game.
Yeah, he's been playing really good.
Yeah, he has.
I wish we had Melo back. If we had Melo back on this team, I would be happy.
And Nurkic and Cantor, they are trash on defense, man. They cannot stop that kid.
Really more Cantor.
Nurkic too.
He's mediocre.
Nurkic is not bad on offense, but this man literally cannot stay in the game. This man fouls out every game.
I'll tell you, he is trash on defense, man. Yo, Jokic is housing him. I mean, he's using Nurkic like a rag doll. They can't stop. They can't stop.
That's why they run small ball now, because they know they can't run that defense in the end of the game. Because either way, Jokic is gonna score on their big, so they might as well have a shooter out.
And also another series, the Lakers and the Suns. Man,
it was
a sunrise last night. I mean, the Suns, Devin Booker came out aggressive. Cameron Payne has been awesome in this playoff run for them. DeAndre Ayton has balled out. And they're doing this with I know AD was out. I get that. But
Chris Paul has been injured.
I think the difference maker is Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne's been big.
He's been the difference maker in this season. This kid has been lights out from threes. His overall energy has been up tremendously.
Attack the basket too.
He's running amok with the Lakers right now. And Dennis Schroeder is trash. He should have took that $80 million when he had the chance, because he ain't getting it now.
Trash. He's inconsistent. I can't say trash. He's inconsistent.
He's definitely inconsistent.
He's inconsistent. He's not trash. He's not trash.
And he's not a good defender either.
That's true. He's a terrible defender. That's true. He's slow. He's not a good man-to-man. And another thing, if you actually watch the game, LeBron had no impact last night. None. I don't care. He's been shooting threes.
He gave up.
He gave up. If you watch,
he gave up.
He gave up. If you watch the game,
left with 5 minutes left in the game to the locker
room.
I wasn't surprised.
He did. And again, Andre Drummond, he was Andre Bummond.
How many points did he finish with? I think in like the third quarter,
5.
LeBron only had like 7 points.
Nah,
Then
LeBron
had
scored
5.
most of his points in the third quarter with
In the-
threes. He had
When
24
we're down
points.
30 plus, the
he
game was
did?
over.
I
Yeah,
did
because
not
he
know
made
that.
6 threes and he made
And the game was over. I
That
watched
boy's a beast.
that game was over, man. Let's just be honest. Drummond only had 7 points.
Yeah,
Seriously?
LeBron made so many threes in the third quarter and had his highest scoring quarter, and they were still down 29.
Yeah, see, I had turned their game off. I was just watching the Portland game. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
me
just
too.
watching
They've been
that game was
underlying
good.
that Portland series. They've been putting it on the same time slot.
Yeah,
They've
In
been
my
having it on
opinion,
NBA
and the
TV.
Clippers too. The Clippers and the Mavs, they've been putting it on the same time as other
Well,
games.
there's 4 games tonight, though. I mean, you got the Wizards and the Sixers, and Embiid may not play tonight. You got us trying to stay alive against the Hawks. You got the Mavericks looking to get home court advantage again.
Now Clippers
against the
aren't losing
Clippers.
the game.
I think it's going 7. That's just me. And
I
also,
do too. I think it's going
I
7.
don't. They instantly when the Clippers went down 2-0, I remember the 2019 playoffs when the Bucks went up 2-0 against
yeah, but that was
the
different, though.
Raptors.
The
I know
Raptors,
it's
yeah.
different, but
That
I'm
was different,
saying
though. Milwaukee and
that's
home
what it
court.
reminded me of, and I had the feeling they weren't going to lose a game after that, just because Kawhi manhandled
I
Giannis,
mean,
and Kawhi's been having his best playoff series,
I think it's going 7
and
games.
PG too.
To be honest with you, I only think that the Clippers even won last game was because Luka got hurt in game 2.
They won by 25. So even
I
if they
think it.
won by 25, like
Yeah, but I truly think you got to think about it. It's not just all about the scoring; it's about the momentum and what your effect on the team overall. Luka's effect on the team is like he makes his entire team better. So
I
if
agree with
he's
that,
not
too.
playing well, then the rest of the team is not going to play well
I
either.
agree with that.
I truly believe if Luka was healthy enough to be himself, which we can obviously see that he's not himself. I think that right now
Did you
it'll
have
be
3-1?
yeah
But here's what
He
I
already
think. Game
said
3,
that
over.
he's feeling
but
better.
look
I
at
mean,
game
he has
3.
a nerve thing with his neck,
yeah
but
with his neck.
True,
in general, they were getting outplayed the whole game, and he
but
can't hit a free throw to save his
the,
life.
the Luka 13 for 32 at the line. That's bad. And also, I want to throw this out there. Remember game 3, the Mavericks were up 19 to start that game?
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter, and then I
And then
think
PG and
Carlisle took out
Kawhi.
Luka Doncic, and then the game completely flipped. Let's be honest. If the Mavericks kept up with the intensity, they'll be up 3-0. That series is over, all right? They'll win up by 3-0, and it would have been over. But here's what I'm saying.
The Clippers wanted it more.
They wanted it more. In my opinion, to me, I'm saying this now. If the Mavericks somehow, just a hypothetical, if they win game 5, I think they close them out in game 6. I don't see the Mavericks losing 3 straight home games. I don't see it.
I don't either.
I don't see it, man. Salute Alex, man. I just think at some point you're going to have. And look, I know Dallas has struggled offensively the last few games a little bit, but is Tim Hardaway ready to go 1 for 8 again?
Nah, they didn't struggle in the game 3. They
no,
still
game.
shot.
I meant to say game
They
4.
shot really well.
I
Game
meant
4
to say
was the
game
only
4.
one.
Yeah.
The thing is that they've been shooting so well that you expect them to shoot the same, but they if you look at it, they've been shooting a little too good. So
Yeah,
I'm not surprised with the way they're playing now. They're playing like normally.
And Paul George is playing great in this series. Paul George has played very well in
Yeah,
this
people
series.
gotta stop calling him Pandemic P now.
Yeah, because
he's
he
been
definitely
playoff
did
P.
change
He's been a
up.
good P.
Yeah.
He gets way too disrespected by everyone.
He's been a good P.
He was Pandemic P last
Yeah, he was
season.
That was
Pandemic
last
P.
year, though. This year,
That boy was terrible.
Playoff P.
He was hitting backboard.
But
side of the rim.
that was
He was on the
bad.
side of the backboard.
In my
Terrible.
opinion, I think the series is going 7 unless the Mavericks win tonight. If the Mavs win tonight, I think it's over for the Clippers. But if they lose tonight, I think the Mavs win game 6 is away. But game 7, if we get that far, you never know. In the game 7, you never know.
What you think with the Washington series?
It is I think
you think it's over?
I think Philly's going to win in 5, yes.
I hope it's over. That series has been boring, to be honest.
It has been, right?
It has been so boring, yeah.
It is terrible. This
that's the worst series.
Except for like the Portland and Denver,
It's going
us,
should go 7.
This whole entire playoff's been kind of boring to me.
Nah,
like the Memphis Utah games, they've been boring to me. The Washington and Philly,
because I've been just watching John Moran go against Donovan Mitchell, but I got them finishing the series off today.
Yeah, they will. Utah's not blowing a 3-1 lead again. That's not gonna happen. So yeah,
the best series I would say in general have 100% been the Clippers versus Dallas, Denver
it's
versus
been
Portland,
crazy.
and
I
then
think
Knicks
Denver.
Knicks versus Atlanta. And then
The
I
I
would
New
think
York,
say
the best
New York
series
and
been.
Atlanta.
I think the best series been Denver and Portland. Second,
yeah.
the Knicks and the Hawks, and then maybe the Lakers and the Suns because
I
that's
would
been
say
a very
Mavs.
chippy.
And in
I
my
would say
personal opinion,
Mavs.
the Suns got closest out of Game 6. In my opinion, if you're the Phoenix Suns, you do not want a Game 7 against LeBron
You
James in a Game
don't.
7. You don't want that because
I
AD might
think
come
they
back.
got it.
You think they're gonna close the Lakers out?
Not in
Yeah.
Staples Center.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do get.
I had Lakers in 6 before because I really didn't think the Suns had it, but they
Now
proved me
that,
wrong. So
yeah, with
So
I
Anthony
think
Davis,
they got the most momentum. They won 2 games in a row, and the
Mhm.
Lakers literally looked like they wanted to
The
give
Lakers
up.
did not care last night. The interior defense was terrible. The perimeter defense was terrible. The Lakers just gave up. The only
come on,
And
subliminal. We can't talk about other teams.
what happened?
He said, "I thought this was a Knicks
No,
champ."
we can talk about other teams. We can.
Nah,
We're
we can't.
basketball.
Nah, don't worry about it. But what's it called? Also, thing is about that Lakers game. Like we saw LeBron. I haven't seen LeBron do this in a while, where you can see the way he's moving, his
He looks
motions, that he's
slow.
mad at
LeBron
his
looks
team,
slow.
like
Yeah,
at the
he's
players.
tight.
He's blaming them.
And to
The
me,
way.
the problem with the Lakers right now, of why they're getting their butts kicked right now, they just don't have since '80s that they don't have a number 2 option right now. And also LeBron,
I agree.
he had no impact. I'm sorry, he was hitting shots when they were down 30. He had
Yeah.
no impact.
Shout out to the
last night.
chat because they saying we talk Knicks
Niggas like
24/7.
that,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like you can't. There's only so much we can talk when there hasn't been a game in 2 months.
Exactly.
Exactly. And so here's what I think. If you're Phoenix, get this done by tomorrow. You do not want a Game 7. Yes, I know the Suns are at home. I get that. But AD may come back. You never know.
Yo, you know what was interesting that I saw that they want to bring back Drummond to the Lakers.
For what? If you're the
I
Lakers,
don't know.
for what?
That's what was interesting to me. I'm
He's
like,
had
why?
no impact on this. Drummond's a good player, but he doesn't have impact sometimes.
I guess it's because they could, since they didn't really get to play with him in the regular season, they could try to test him out, but they would have to sign him to a contract.
Right. And we got Milwaukee, we got Brooklyn, Milwaukee. That'll be a juicy series there. That's a 7-game series in my opinion. That feels like a 7-gamer because you have
I got Brooklyn in 6
or 6. I got Brooklyn in 7. That'll be a fun series, man. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
You have
The thing is, even though Milwaukee did beat them twice in that regular season, they didn't have Harden.
that's
and
true,
they
but it's not.
barely won.
That's true, but it's not their fault. So
No, that's not their fault. But I'm saying that's a reason why they also have like an advantage because because a lot of people they look at those regular season games that were intense, and they forget that Harden didn't play. So Harden is a
That's
big
true.
factor.
Man, y'all better stop sleeping on the Bucks, man.
Milwaukee can score him in the post, and also Brooke Lopez will play against his former team. Just want to throw it out there.
What's his name? Forbes.
Brian
Forbes.
He's been
Brian Forbes has
fired
been
in
a
the playoffs.
sniper, especially
Yo.
since the Spurs. They got everyone saying Bucks in 6.
I got Nets in 7.
Bucks in 7. Damn, how many people?
I say
Nah,
Bucks in 7.
I got Nets in 6.
I got
say
Nets in
Bucks in
7. This series is going 6 or 7.
Bucks in 7.
We all could agree it's not good. We all could agree it's gonna go 6 or 7. We all could agree on that. But and even Chris Middleton,
this isn't no. I would be surprised if someone loses in 5 or 4.
and Chris Middleton's been amazing in this playoff. Middleton's played well. He's made some big shots. Drew Holiday's
Middleton
played well
has been an assassin this series, man. Well, last series, excuse me.
And also Brooke Lopez, he's not shooting a lot of threes all of a sudden. He's scoring the post. And even Giannis, I thought Giannis is playmaking. He's played well in the series. More and even PJ Tucker with his defense and he can hit the corner 3. And even Bobby Portis has played well.
And I was going to say that too. Don't sleep on the Bucks defense, man. Them boys play defense. They play defense the entire 48.
I don't trust the Sixers at all, Bodega Wi-Fi. Sixers are
Yeah,
not.
I think Philly's good. I think
even
Philly
though they
will lose the
technically have
conference
3 All-Stars, I don't think they're built to win the championship.
Yeah, I don't trust Philly
I don't trust Philly
at all.
I don't
Blake
see it,
Griffin
man.
is going to guard Brook Lopez at center. Yeah, I mean that is one matchup. They're probably gonna try to abuse it, but
I
And
think if the
Milwaukee
Knicks
won
would have
both.
played Philly in the first round, we would have presented a matchup nightmare for them.
I think we may have went 6 or 7 games. I
Yeah.
think we would have
I
at
thought
least
we would have lost
challenged
in
them. I don't
6
know.
if we played them in the second round.
I agree. We would have lost in 6, but it would have been a tough 6-game series.
Yeah,
So,
like I want it to be competitive.
and right now, Ben Simmons cannot make free throws. He's 5 for 20 in the playoffs from the line. That's crazy.
He's never been able to.
Right. I was about to say he 5 for 100 in the regular season.
Him and Luka can't make a free throw.
Luka's 13 for 32 in the playoffs.
That's what gets me about Luka. I'm like, bro, you cannot shoot free throws.
Luka needs to put more arc in his free throws. He needs to put more arc in his free throws. And
he doesn't shoot it with confidence. I
agree, man. And also, if the Mavericks want to win this series, Tim Hardaway needs to be consistent and see through Kristaps Porzingis. What happened to Tim Hardaway the last 2 games all of a sudden?
Let me give a shout out to $2 super chat from Uncle Freezy. He said this is so dope.
It is dope.
Yes, it is dope, man.
It is dope.
It's a fun playoffs, man. You got the defending champions on the brink. You got, an injury-ravaged Denver team on the verge of advancing. This is just my opinion. You got the Clippers, after being down 2-0, on the verge of snatching the series from Luka Doncic. You also have the Bucks and the Nets. That might be a 7-game thriller or 6. You also have the Wizards trying to make history, which they won't, being down 3-0 against Philly. And
shout out to Ronald Miller, man. He said Portis could be a poor man's Gallo. Man, I wish we would have kept Bobby.
Yeah,
Portis,
I was about to talk about Bobby Portis because he was saying before that he thinks we could get him for cheap, but in my opinion, this has been Bobby Portis's best year. He's definitely gonna get paid.
He's played well.
He's about to get that
He's
bag.
gonna get paid.
And then you also have Memphis trying to stay alive, which they probably won't. Against
They're
Utah,
not winning. They only won game 1 because Mitchell didn't play.
Right.
True, but like I said, it's not Memphis' fault. They took advantage of it, and
I know. I'm just pointing that out.
I know, but it is what it is. So, and then that's what I'm saying. Memphis, they've been right there in games, but their inexperience just shows up down the stretch of games. And Utah, even Mike Conley's hit dagger threes all of a sudden.
Yo, I'm happy that Mike Conley has finally had a resurgence this year because last year he was trash.
The last year he was terrible. This year he's played very well. Jordan Clarkson's been phenomenal. Jordan Clarkson, he had a big game hit some big shots. Rudy Gobert with his pick and roll defense and lobs, man. Utah's gonna be a tough out. I'm gonna say this: the Utah Jazz will make the Western Conference Finals. I see it. I think they'll beat either the Mavericks or the Clippers. The Clippers are way too inconsistent for me, and the Mavs don't play defense. I'm sorry. I got the Utah Jazz and the Western Conference Finals guaranteed.
Nah, if Clippers come out there, I have Clippers in 6.
Nah, Jazz in 7. And the Jazz, you know how hard it is to play in Salt Lake City? Bruh, it's hard to play.
It's like Denver. Almost. Right.
Altitude.
Yeah.
I got Denver coming out the West.
What? Whoa. No.
I got Denver coming out the West.
If
they beat Portland,
no, they're gonna beat
this
Portland.
series. If they finish off Portland, name one team that's really gonna match up with them besides Utah. And I don't think Gobert gonna have enough.
You got the Phoenix Suns. The Suns are deep. You got the Suns. They're deep. If the Lakers were healthy, I would have said the Lakers if they were fully healthy, but they're not. Look, the Nuggets will be a tough out, but I don't know if Denver has enough, guard play without other than Michael Porter for them to advance past the second round. I don't see it. And Heck says Phoenix is coming out the West. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
I feel like the West is so wide open.
I see Phoenix coming out of the West, man.
Hey, y'all, let me do some channel stuff real quick. Just let me do some channel stuff real quick. Hey, y'all are watching the Knicks Morning Drive. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good?
Mm-hmm.
I'm joined by Hadouken Sharon. I call him Duke. Yeah, good, because he like the king of the sports talk stuff. You got G Money, right? And you got OU with Knicks podcast on the joint. I was listening to the joint in the car. Yo, this is crazy. So the thing is, the combination of y'all voices and the content and the fact that y'all let each other speak is fire. You know what I'm saying? So I sent the super chat from the car because I was like, just listening to it's different listening to people who talk basketball who don't talk over each other. You know what I'm saying? And don't demand that just because they said it, the other person is wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
No,
a
like at
respect
the same
thing.
time when you talk, you also have to have common sense when you talk at the same time.
Yeah, man.
And be
Yeah, man.
logical when you talk. That's just me though.
Yeah. So this was dope, man. But I just want to say this one thing about Portland. Portland ain't going nowhere, bro.
Choke artists.
Portland is that franchise in the West, like the Indiana Pacers are for the East. They show you a bunch of talent and stuff. And they make smart moves. They do a lot of things in the regular season. Occasionally, they make a serious playoff run, but they ain't winning nothing, bro.
And
They the Pacers of the West.
Here's what I think. To me, the Blazers are, you could kind of say, the Wizards / the old Raptors, Larry, DeRozan, and Valanciunas.
Oh yeah.
That's what the Blazers are. That's why I call you guys
before they got
the
Kawhi.
Portland Trail Blunders. That's what they are. The Portland Trail Blunders. This team, here, I'm just gonna put a rant on Portland for a moment. This team plays no defense, has too many low IQ players on the team. Terry Stotts is an idiot who has no idea what he's doing. Dame gets all this hype for losing to injured teams all the time in the playoffs. CJ is inconsistent as hell in the playoffs. I love my man Carmelo Anthony, but Melo, 3 of 11 last night, 9 threes. Yo, 2 of 9 for 3. Melo, use your mid range.
Let's just be honest here. Portland plays too much ISO, and they don't play enough defense.
They don't play defense.
It just shows how offense can't just win, because they were down 20 and they
22.
came back in the same exact quarter. But at
Right.
the same time, you can't just win from purely playing offense. That's why defense wins championships.
And that's what I'm saying. To me, Portland blew their best chance of going to the NBA Finals back in 2019. Yes, I know the Warriors were great. I get that. But let's use context. Klay Thompson shot 38% in the series. No Kevin Durant. No Boogie Cousins. Andre Iguodala was hobbled. Here's the Warriors bench that season. Alfonso McKinney, Quinn Cook, Jordan Bell. I mean, come on. Scrubs. Seriously, that was the Warriors bench that season. An old Andrew Bogut, an older Sean Livingston that year. The Blazers were up 17 or more against 2, 3, and 4 and lost. In 2018, these fools got swept by, on top of Portland, by a banged-up New Orleans team without DeMarcus Cousins. In 2015, they lost to Memphis without Mike Conley in games 4 and 5. I'm sorry. I don't believe in the fail Blazers. They do this every year. They'll have a good regular season, and then they choke their ass off in the playoffs. Dame gets too much credit for dropping 55-10 and losing to the Nuggets without Jamal Murray. And then CJ McCollum, he got outplayed by freaking Austin Rivers in Game 3. Like what?
No, I don't think Dame gets too much credit for dropping 55. That was just insane.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was like something you just don't see happen. This man could not miss a shot, and they were all clutch.
That's why he needed to leave.
Yeah,
he needs to get out of Portland, man.
He needs to come to New York.
Dame
I
needs,
think he's coming to
man,
New York,
listen,
man.
dude. Not okay. So wait a minute. Y'all fan base is slandering Julius Randle, killing him, right? And y'all think Dame Lillard gonna want to leave Portland, Oregon, and come here for this?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about.
He's not coming to New York, man. He's
no, nobody want to do that, bro. Nobody. If
I were Dame, go to Philly or something.
But the thing is, if I were Dame or if I were Randall and I played like I did, I think I deserve to be slandered. That's just like, if you're a good player, you know that you deserve to be slandered.
Yeah,
I agree, man. The
Yeah,
expectation.
55-10, but I don't care. You lost an Indian Nuggets team.
I ain't gonna lie to you, the best fit, in my opinion, the best fit for Dame Lillard is one of those West Coast teams, right? Like for instance, I'm not gonna say this is gonna happen, and maybe it's redundant, maybe it's too much of the same thing, and maybe they don't have the money. But I would love to see Dame in Oakland. I know they have Steph Curry. I know they have Clay. I know they have all those dudes, right? I know they have all those.
I think that would be just like a whole cheat code. Like that would just be unstoppable.
If that were to happen, I would have Steph at the 1, Dame at the 2. I would have Klay Thompson probably at the 3, Draymond at the 4, and then maybe
Wiseman at 5.
And Wiseman
No,
at the
no,
5.
because you would have to trade Wiseman, this year's pick.
Nah, dude. Who
You
you
have to give
trade
up the
is
whole farm for Dame.
You got
No,
you
they have
trade you trade him
Minnesota's pick,
Andrew
too.
Wiggins.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
ju-
saying, Andrew Wiggins is part of that, but that's not going to be enough.
Right. You
If
trade
they-
them.
if Minnesota's picks out the top 3, they get Minnesota's pick.
It is going to go out of top 3 most likely. So they are getting that pick, and that pick has a lot of value. So they're going to
they
get
could
that.
definitely-
They
could
will
get
get
anyone,
that. They
really.
will get Wiggins, Wiseman. They could get a haul for it.
To be honest, if
Dame,
it wasn't the Knicks that Dame came to, I would like to see Dame on the Lakers. I think that will be a good team with him, LeBron, AD. It's oh my goodness.
The best to me, the best basketball fit. So the Golden State Warriors to me is the dream NBA 2K fit. But the best basketball fit is the Boston Celtics. Right.
That would be a bad move. If you go to Boston.
And right, because Boston is one point guard playmaker away from being elite if they keep Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown together.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because can you imagine a double team on Dame Lillard? What Jason Tatum can do to you? Y'all talking about 55 in a game
and Jaylen Brown,
right?
And Jaylen Brown. And Marcus hit the 3.
Bro, y'all talking about Damian Lillard going off for 50? Can you imagine Jason Tatum in a one-on-one? Just give me Jason Tatum one night of Jason Tatum being guarded one-on-one, and watch him score 60.
And Knicks man said that Waba Bradley Beal to Boston. What do you think about that? If that were to happen?
Nah, you got to move to.
They need a point guard or center.
I think Boston messed themselves up when they got rid of Tice. I believe once they got rid of Tice, I really think that hurt them this series because Tice, he can stretch the floor and he does defend. I believe once they got rid of Tice, I think their season was out the window.
It was over. Evan Fournier was inconsistent. Evan Fournier was a disappointment.
Was definitely weird.
Yeah, well, what we didn't know during the Boston trade was Evan Fournier was recovering from COVID-19.
Right.
We didn't know that. We didn't know that until the end of the season when Evan Fournier scored 20 points. And they were like, "Yo, why did you score 20 points tonight? What's the difference? Did you take?" He was like, "No, man, I had COVID the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I had COVID-19 the whole time, man. I was playing through it. You know what I'm saying? My wind was bad, so I didn't have legs on my thing." He went through the whole thing, and I was like, "Yo, he going through that. He went through it like that, man. That means the version of Derrick Rose that we got at the end of the season is just the tip of the iceberg, bro." Right. That's what I was thinking. Like, y'all see how D Rose balled after COVID?
Yeah.
Bro, D Rose looked good.
Yeah, it's crazy because Tatum and Fournier both had it, and Tatum is still, he said, going through the breathing things.
Yeah,
and Derrick Rose definitely is too, and whoever had it, so they're still balling.
Oh, by the way, salute Nice. I want to salute Nice. Salute.
Nietzsche is in the building. My bad, Nietzsche.
Is that Keyshawn on the bottom?
Yeah. I'm glad he changed his avatar too. That Packers avatar was whack, bro.
Oh my god, man!
Every time I saw it, I wanted to like vomit in my mouth, but I'm too cool for that. So,
we know the next season, right?
Yeah, and hey, we may not get those Lakers Clippers conference final after all. We may not.
Amen. Yo, so if you like what you're hearing, smash that like button. If you see a like button, beat it up. You know what I'm saying? If you see a like button, beat it up, man.
And don't forget to subscribe, man.
And subscribe to OU Knicks podcast.
Yes.
It should be easy to find.
Hit the notification bell and turn all the notifications.
Please do.
Right.
So
and make sure that y'all link in with Big Freezy on Twitter too. Because he's always on there, and I'm pretty sure the majority of the people that's in the chat is on Twitter. So make sure you linking up with Big Freezy on Twitter.
Yo, and so OU Knicks podcast with the story behind this channel is that I started on Twitter, beefing every day, and I was like, you know what, I need to move this to YouTube.
Right.
And I tried to get that thread. I tried to get the people in our thread. I tried to get them to come with me. But they was like, nah, it'll never work. Nobody want to talk Knicks for 4 hours.
Yo, but Big Freezy, I've been watching you for a minute, man. Even when you was on Nothing But Knicks, even when you was coming on Nothing But Knicks, I was watching you then too, bro.
Yeah. Hey, so you remember when 8 people on Sim Show jumped me about saying, I said, stop what you're doing, trade Joakim Noah for anything that you can get, don't stretch him, and tank for RJ Barrett, right? And they was like, RJ Barrett, ain't he a junior in high school? I was like, yes, tank for RJ Barrett because he'll turn your franchise around. And they laughed at me. They killed me for weeks on Sim Show for that. Right. That's the RJ Barrett dude. and now these dudes are rocking RJ Barrett jerseys and act like they don't remember saying it.
They crucified you.
Yeah, they killed me, bro.
I think the best was when Freezy used to be killing Frank. Getting mad at everybody, all the Frankers out there, man. Everybody wanted to be there.
Yeah, man. So I gotta go, man. I'm gonna eat lunch and do some housekeeping for the channel. But just one last Frank slander thing before I go. I love Frank, but Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" tree round. Frank Ntilikina is a 6'4" Chris. No.
He's a 6'4" Roy Hibbert.
Roy sucks.
What's the dude that used to get traded all the time with Tobias Harris?
For what team?
The big tall
Boban.
Yeah.
Boban.
Yeah. Frank is a 6'4" Boban.
And Boban's actually been all right in Dallas. Been decent.
Yeah,
in Dallas.
I liked it when they put him in that last game and he started scoring on.
They should have used Boban in Game 3. They should have used Boban more in Game 3. Mavs be up 3-1 right now.
Hey, Frank is a 6'4" Taco Fall.
Oh no!
Oh, Taco.
Yeah. Hey, did you see this? I'm gonna just say this real quick, and then get out of here. But Taco Fall did a crossover in the Celtics second to last game of the season, and the bench went crazy. Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so slow. It was just funny. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming on in the video chat, the virtual chat. Nice. You want to drop something before we go, bro?
Yeah, a quick shout out to everybody in the panel, everybody on the chat. Thanks for keeping everything lit. But
blessings.
Hey, we all gotta get out of our habit, because just like we said in the beginning of the season, this is not the same Knicks. If you look at other teams, there's other teams that has even better players than the Knicks. And look at where we at right now. I truly believe everything comes down to pretty much cohesion and pretty much the office. So pretty much all the staff out there. We are going to be a better team next year. So whatever happens in the playoff, just feel blessed. Feel blessed that we actually accomplished something, because we were supposed to be here. And I keep on saying this on every panel, Freezy. We, in the position that we are right now, this is something that should have happened 2 years from the moment that Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau started with the whole organization. So it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Had a schedule.
Yeah. Hey, Keyshawn, man, I'm sorry I got to jump off, man. But we've been on. So what we try to do is try to keep the videos to like under 3 hours, because what happens is the longer the videos get, the less likely people that see the video can click on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because they like, man, I ain't watching no 3 hour video. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why we try to keep it to under. When they see 249, they might click on it. But anyway, thank you for everybody for coming on. Chat, y'all stay lit. Y'all stay lit. Keep that energy up. When I talk to y'all tomorrow, we'll be talking about arrangements for Atlanta. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, man. Bless up to everybody. Todd Barbie, I'm gonna call you. Hey, Todd Barbie, I'm gonna email you to get your number, and I'm gonna call you, Todd Barbie.
And anyway, Big Freezy, thank you, man, for letting me come on today, man. I really do appreciate you, man.
Man, your ass should have been on here. What
I should have.
Yo. I know they say slow motion is no motion, but come on, bro.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? So slow motion is better than no motion, is what they say. But yo, you got to come on the joint, man. I enjoyed it, and I know Duke and G Money enjoyed it, because y'all was talking like y'all had chemistry. So, but anyway, we gonna get out of here. Hey, Keyshawn, sorry about us jumping off right when you get here, but we've been rocking for so long. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow, talking about how we beat the Hawks. Let's go next.